Still the stars with the show, and till then it's half moon open. Sometimes go taste like a snowman. No proof I'm alive by the molding. No proof. Like I always wanted him, I never hated him, I never traded him, and if I did, I never ever traded him. You know what is a star? Like under the city, the driver's like Florida. Gucci a large, so many more. 10 in the more, never a bar. Hey, 10 in the more, 2 to the P. Nothing to you, but it's something to me. Handsome as ever, and cute as can be. You can watch us on YouTube with view for free. Hey, this one time for the Twitch. This one time for the text. This one time for the phone line. Whole time, what they gonna do next?
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
Stan Van Gundy said the Heat aren't in the same ballpark as the Sixers. Don't think I forgot, SVG.
How long ago was that, though? This year?
He said it in the summer, dude. He said it in the summer. He said it in the summer.
Okay.
And that is why I told you I'm tired of Stan Van Gundy and all Van Gundys. And, man, Leroy, I don't know. I could never know what it's like to be in your shoes. I could never know what it's like to be in the gridiron, the man in the arena. But I got to imagine one of the funniest things as a professional athlete is when you whoop a team's ass so bad that they got to hold an hour-long players-only meeting afterwards. Wow.
To be honest with you, that's a you problem. That ain't, I already kicked that ass. I don't need to know what you're doing.
Like sitting here, Jimmy and Tyler, they're skipping on over to whatever good meal they're gonna have. And
oh, by the way, welcome back, Jimmy.
Oh, welcome back, Jimmy. That didn't need a by the way. We were gonna get to it.
Huh?
We were gonna get to it. But like the idea that it was funny. I was like, I left. Jimmy and Tyler had spoken, and I'm like, these Sixers haven't talked yet. I see all these poor Sixers reporters like gathered outside their locker room, like, yeah, this is gonna happen anytime soon. And apparently, from the time that I was on the highway, they still hadn't spoken yet. And that's good. Woo-hoo! Who do you think led that meeting? You think it was Lowry?
I would say Paul George.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well,
Here's the deal. I mean, what are you having a team meeting about? Because you have the biggest man in basketball, the most athletic for his size, doing absolutely nothing, falling all over the floor.
Yep.
So do you have a team meeting so you don't just call him out?
I don't understand.
Because he should be more dominant. He should not be standing underneath the rim and not getting rebounds.
Has anybody in an exit interview ever told him, Joel, what about less falling? Just less. You know, you're not D-Wade. You're the biggest person out there, and you're falling all the time. You just, like, he's sitting there, and he just, like, falls through two Heat players. He nearly kills Jimmy Butler because he's just falling when nobody's looking.
He's the opposite of Shaq. Because remember, Shaq used to say, I'm so big, they can't knock me over, but it doesn't mean that it's not a foul. And my man is all over the place.
Oof.
He's always on the ground.
You know he didn't want to play that game yesterday either because he was like supposedly was going to be out. And I'm like walking around. I'm like I was cutting some Mike McDaniel sound. I kind of got lost in it in the morning. And then I'm looking, I'm like, wait, why is Joel Embiid warming up? I thought he was out. And they're like, nah, intention to play. I'm like, oh, somebody got guilted into it.
Yeah, pretty much. which brings me to my point.
Yeah.
If you're healthy, play. Because you don't know when you're going to get hurt.
Right.
And so the fact that maybe he was guilted into playing means he should have been playing in the first place.
100%.
If you're healthy enough, you play. Simple
100%.
as that. Because you're a guy who always gets banged up anyway. So you get the games you can get.
I was insufferable yesterday as a Heat fan on Twitter, and I'm not proud of myself, to be honest with you. I'm a little embarrassed.
What did you do?
I just, I don't like when I'm boots on the ground. When I'm on my couch, all bets are off. But when I'm boots on the ground and in the Heat's building, I like to hold myself to somewhat of a professional standard.
First of all, don't come on this show and lie.
No, no. I really do. I think of myself. I'm not saying I'm a
building dressed as a dragon.
I'm not saying that I'm a journalist. I'm not saying I'm a journalist, but I am a professional, and I like to hold myself to a professional standard, right? And I gotta be honest with you. I saw this Jared McCain picked one pick after Khalil Ware, and I see the Heat's lead, just the Heat's deficit expanding to 20, and this kid's lighting them up like a Christmas tree, and the Heat just can't do anything. And I'm just like, this Erik Spoelstra. Like, he's just, I'm on Twitter. I'm like, I can't believe that the guy picked before this is just sitting on the bench, and this kid is lighting us up. The Sixers must be howling at us and saying, they pulled another Achua because they got themselves another steal and the Heat won't play their first round pick.
Well,
and Erik Spoelstra might as well have turned around, looked up to Media Row, given me double middle fingers, and said to himself, hey, Tobes, you know how you want Khalil Ware? I'm going to Dru Smith him. And by God, this is why he's the best coach ever, because this man used the genius of, my team is exhausted, and I'm going to play 3 people who haven't played in 2 weeks. Right. And it worked. They came all the way back. 3-point deficit going into halftime.
So my question is this, and I always say this about the draft. Just because somebody got picked before you that's really good, the Heat needed size. So I don't care how good they thought that point guard was going to be. Khalil Ware was more attractive to them because they wanted size. That being said, size doesn't matter if he's sitting on the bench. Right. They're all the same size on that.
That thought process is exactly why they didn't draft Tyrese Maxey, because we got Tyler Herro. What do we need him for?
Right, exactly. But that's my point. But that's my point.
But Erik Spoelstra's like, you guys want your first round pick? Because let me tell you something. Jared McCain, he knew they passed on him. That dude was peacocking up and down the court.
He was actually the only one doing anything.
He was. It's true. I mean, Paul George, all he was doing was foul baiting and flopping, and Joel Embiid's barely staying upright. Kyle Lowry ain't shooting. And Caleb Martin can only do what Caleb Martin can do, which is, you can only put so many fingers in the wall to plug leaks, dude. And then
their problem is not players. It's a little bit,
it's a dick problem.
I think yes, exactly. I didn't want to say it because it sounds,
You know what it's, but you want to know what? And it's only one guy because it trickles down.
Yeah.
Trickles down, dude. Trickles down.
I mean, because Paul George got to look at this guy and go, that's it?
Yep.
That's all we getting out of him?
This is the dominant force everybody's talking about? This is it, huh?
And guess what? What James Harden is saying, I told you.
Yeah. And by the way, like every game afterwards, this Joel Embiid's like sending a love letter to Jimmy Butler. Like after the game, like anytime Jimmy Butler kicks his ass, which is often, it's always like, oh, Jimmy's the one that got away. He might as well have like a Taylor Swift album about Jimmy Butler and their year together and how much he misses Jimmy Butler. But it's incredible, dude. It was to see Erik Spoelstra just be like, what's my move here? Alec Burks and Dru Smith haven't played in 2 weeks. Jimmy hasn't played in 2 weeks.
I always wonder.
I'm going to play those guys.
I always ask you about this because as a football player, you like to get in a rhythm, right? And one of the things that was so annoying about being on the Bill Belichick team was you could have 25 carries one week and 2 the next. And it was hard to get into the flow of the season. It was hard not to just kind of, whatever. But I always wonder in basketball, because it's rhythm shooting, it's rhythm playing, it's finding your spots, it's guys knowing where your spots are and things of that nature and the cohesiveness that's needed for everybody to get acclimated to everybody else. How does that work not playing for 2 weeks and then going in there and playing?
I don't know.
It has to be because like you say, oh, if you're struggling, keep shooting. Or if you're this, you're that. You have no idea what you're going to be when you go in there after not playing for however long.
Kyle Lowry's sitting there and he's watching Dru Smith outplay him, just lighting it up.
That's not that hard.
That's totally fair. But you know what it is? But let's not forget about the bullying that this guy did to him. Frogboy. You sat there, you bullied Dru Smith all summer.
You like Dru Smith.
Oh, dude, you were so mean to him. You're a bully. That's what you've been to him.
You know what bullies do? Bullies pick on the little guys.
Yep.
You picking on a guy that plays 5-10 minutes a game here and there.
Yeah.
And that's who you pick on. His impact on last year's season was 0.
Yep.
Yet you still went after him. That's called low-hanging fruit.
It is low-hanging fruit. You are an eater of low-hanging fruit, Frogboy.
Okay. You could go after Eichenberg for potentially
He's
poking
a
eyes.
starter.
No way. Okay. What I'm saying is this guy bullies a 40. So you're a fan of Jake Paul then?
It would be like me going after Andrew Meyer, the Dolphins undrafted lineman who never plays. Like, way to keep the UTEP bum around. That's been you. That's been you.
That's
bullying Dru Smith.
Marcos, he got a point. You are going like
way.
The guy didn't play a lick of basketball last year, and all year you pounded him. Like that's bullying. That's bullying.
And by the way, beat science. I mean, came back from an ACL tear from that stupid court that's raised up in Cleveland.
Because he got healthy.
Yeah, he beat science. He came back.
Mr. Glass. Imagine falling off a court and getting injured. Like,
dude, that's a
2-inch.
Hey, that's a steep drop, dude.
I don't understand it.
Like,
why would they do that? They had LeBron.
They might as well put that on the edge of a mountain.
No wonder they're undefeated. They just fear death like American gladiators.
But I don't understand why they have to do that.
I don't either. I don't get it.
Like,
I don't. They're the only court that's an NCAA thing. I don't see anybody else do that.
That's the NCAA thing. Yeah, which is also frightening.
Mm-hmm. Very weird. Spo, this is him on his faves. Dru Smith.
Really active, tonight. Again, I'm not even going to look at the box score, but he just does a lot of things that allow your better players be who they need to be. And defensively, he's a pest. He really is. So it's not necessarily about, his stats or his scoring. All that stuff is getting better, especially his shooting. But it's all the intangibles that every team in this league needs. And he provides a lot of those.
How come all the other intangibles on all the other teams can shoot lights out from 3? You see, Dru shoots it from his face.
It's a strange motion. I give you that.
He shoots it from his face.
It's a very strange motion
because he's trying to get around his gums as he launches the ball.
I don't like what you're doing. I don't like what you're doing.
He scored 10 points against a senior citizen. All of a sudden, you want to praise him.
You got to admit that him with the cut hair is a different edge to him.
No,
it's a little. He's a little more aerodynamic. I'll give you that. He plays defense better.
Oh, he's a good defender.
Yeah, I mean,
he's a good defender. He's a good passer. Offense, it'll come.
Alec Burks.
He took some Terry Rozier minutes. Oof. Basically, they said to Terry, "If you're not going to score, you don't play good enough defense. We need to."
Oh, Terry was out last night, but yeah.
Oh yeah.
Listen, there's fans already who want to be like, Dru Smith in the starting lineup.
But that's always been Terry's game.
Apparently, Terry's
he'll go cold. He'll go cold for a while, and then all of a sudden he'll get hot.
Well, it was really strange. Like he was ruled out yesterday. Oh, bless you, dude. Are you all right?
Thanks. I didn't know whether to grab the napkin or push the button.
He like apparently was hiding a foot injury from them, and then just like, yeah, my foot hurts, and then they're like, all right, and so he's out.
I listen, not for nothing, but I understand that, right? The worst I felt was when Robert got hurt, and then I got hurt the next game. That's why I'm there. That's why I'm there. I'm there for one job. To be able to play the 3 or 4 games Robert gonna miss and to do the stuff I do during the game, right? So, yeah, I understand that. So you suck it up more than you probably would, but the problem is sometimes it affects your play. And then you got to make a better decision because you're not only hurting yourself, you're hurting the team.
Great point by Dade South. Marco said after poor De'Von Achane too. Yeah, RB4. Goodbye, you, dude.
Okay, and where is he now?
You
Where is
really
he
know how
now?
to pick him. You
Waste
really
of
know
a
how to pick
roster
on him.
spot,
Well,
you know?
where did you expect RB4 to be?
I don't know. We could have used that spot for a center long snapper hybrid.
But believe me when I tell you this.
Now,
With what was happening to the offensive line at that time, if there was somebody available, they would have gotten him. That's the problem. Everybody always says, let's just go do this. Let's go do that. You think they're not scouring the internet for somebody who's available? And,
Nah.
and sometimes it's not, the guy that you would replace him with or the guy that you would bring in isn't good enough. So
that's not
you
the
just
problem,
stay
though.
back.
The problem is they're in love with these players. They're in love with Dru Smith. They're in love with Salvin Ahmed.
No.
Reason.
That's not it.
He
That's
must have
not
bought like
it. Here,
pizza in one day.
think about
Everyone's
this.
like, that's the pizza guy. We can't
Marcos, you're way off.
pizza.
All right.
Chicken wings.
They might not be in love with those players, but the reality of it is they like him more than anybody else they could bring in to take his place. That's you can't just say, oh, he's not good enough. Let's get rid of him and bring somebody else in, because that guy might not be as good as the guy you got rid of.
Dru Smith took away minutes from Nico yesterday at point guard.
What?
Imagine that, huh? Nico at point guard, running up and down.
So wait. Hold on. I'm getting to the bottom of this.
He's like magic.
Frogboy.
Tall point.
Did you have the Nico over?
No. I did have the Tyler Herro over. Who at first? Are we kidding? 2 points at halftime? Of course.
He's been doing that every game, though.
5 games in a row, he wants to have a prolific scoring night. The one night I bet on him, he wants to have 2 points in the first half.
Jimmy's back.
Thanks a lot, dude.
Had a hell of a third quarter, though. He took that leap over.
Yeah, absolutely. 16 in the third. Yeah, and I was like, he can potentially make it.
But here's the problem.
He did not.
Here's the problem. You ready? It became a blowout.
Yeah, I know.
And now you don't need
it changes the way I watch games, because then when we're up by 20, I'm like, come on, Sixers, make it a 13-point game. So Tyler back in it.
I'll tell you who was taking all the shots in that fourth quarter up 20, feeling froggy, was J-Rich, and he was not hitting
Oh my goodness.
Oh, he was not hitting one, dude.
That guy is it's been great. It's been great.
It's weird because you see him shoot, and I always think that has no shot. And then he'll make a couple, right?
I did.
Why does Bam we got a lot of guys, even on both teams, just totally destroying the bunnies.
Oh, dude, it's weird.
Goodness. It's weird, isn't it?
It's weird. Yeah, they're like one of the worst layup teams in the league, if not the worst. It's crazy. Also, I did laugh yesterday when J. Rich passed it to Haywood Highsmith, who was out of bounds. I'm like, vintage J. Rich. Still got it. Going out of bounds. Still got it. We'll take a break. We got more to get into from the Heat game. We got lots to dive into. I went to the Marlins press conference yesterday, the new manager press conference yesterday before the Heat game.
Had nothing to do before you
had nothing to do. Exactly, dude. I had nothing to do.
I knew with that.
Had nothing to do. I'm like, I'll go see what this guy's about. This new Clayton McCullough. So we'll get into that as well. Bruce Sherman said some things. I kind of think he's he might just be like Loria, but like less bombastic.
Less in your face?
Less in your face. Definitely less in your face, but kind of just says the same things. But we'll take a break. Back after this. Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy. Oh, hello, Jennifer.
Wow.
What's she doing? The sneaky camera today. What's she doing over there?
I've been here for a while and I've been locked out. So
You're locked out of your computer?
out of every computer, and I'm here waiting for assistance.
Well, what happened? You forget your password?
No. This doesn't want to let me log in because I changed my password at home.
Use your old one. Use your old one.
I did.
That didn't work either?
No.
I had the same problem.
Too secure.
I have the same problem.
Yeah.
And-
So I've been here and they told me.
Here's the crazy part. They know they send these things out ever so often, right? There's never a message on how to do this in the different locations. And then when you go and say, hey, my show's about to start, I need help, they go, I'll be down there in a minute. Like, what part of show getting ready to start needs to log in?
Mm-hmm.
So,
It is
wait, it's lucky they didn't tell you fill out a ticket because, hey, I can't fill out a ticket. I'm not on the ticket.
I'm not.
It's a chicken and egg thing.
Right.
What?
It's okay.
It literally is. I mean, it is. I wasn't making a joke.
Really?
What? Did you watch Monday Night Football last night? I didn't watch a lick of it.
I did watch some of it. I saw the strongest leg on a kicker I've ever seen.
What did he hit?
64-yarder like it was a 30-yarder.
That's the Dallas kicker?
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy's got a boot.
And then I watched something very similar to the Browns game. Cooper Kupp threw for 350 yards, and they got blasted.
Oof.
But here's the deal. We have a lot of chirpers on that team. All of them are in the defense.
Yeah.
Why aren't they stopping anybody?
Micah Parsons?
Yeah, all of them. They ain't stopping nobody. So while we sitting here talking about the coach and the offense and Dak, at least I'll say this. When Tua was out, the defense held it together and at least gave the offense an opportunity or a chance to win. This defense is not. They're not even close.
Mm-mm.
It's unbelievable.
No, they stink, dude. They stink. Can't stop anybody, and now they don't have their QB, of course.
And everybody want to get paid.
I mean, everybody but Micah has gotten paid. Like, they were talking about that today. I was watching Jet Up, and when it's not Jet Up, it's basically Cowboy Up. Oh. And they were like, oh, and this Greeny, he thought that he was a real genius. He was calling him Herschel Parsons. He goes, I call him Herschel Parsons because they're going to get a haul from him. I'm like, I don't think they are. Like, if you trade him, someone's going to have to give him a fat new contract. So, like, you're not getting the Herschel Walker trade if you trade Micah Parsons.
But the deal is that they've backed themselves into so many corners. And the thing is that when you watch Micah Parsons, right? He's all over the field. He's Mr. Everything on defense. He's all over the place. But is he really making plays? Right? Here and there. Is he like when I think of, say, Crosby.
Yeah.
When I think of
Watt.
TJ Watt. When I think of Myles Garrett, they are changing the game. They are affecting the game in the run, the pass, and everything. If I watch Micah Parsons, do you get that feeling?
I mean,
You
I
really
know that.
don't.
I know he's good at getting sacks.
I know he's good. I'm not even questioning that. But does he change the game for them defensively where you got to, change your blocking schemes or do a whole bunch of other stuff? Because guess what? Houston did what they wanted to do. So is every other team. So how much of an impact is he making? So while I would say that some teams would be interested and wouldn't mind giving him the money, I would also say this, that if you're going to give Micah Parsons a boatload of money, he better be that dude.
Yeah, or like
And
a
so-
final,
Huh?
like or like a contender would just like if a contender had FU money and could just
They
get
would
a
do the
pass
same
rusher.
thing that would the Rams did when they went and got Von Miller.
Yeah,
Like that.
something like that.
But even Von Miller is more of an impact because he does the run, he rushes the passer.
Yeah,
Right?
you've been saying Micah Parsons is overrated for a while.
It's not that he's not overrated. It's just that we take a certain aspect of the game and make it the most important.
Mhm.
So we take sacks
Right.
and make it the most important thing. And what I would say is, okay, say if he gets a sack a game, that's one play. And he finishes the year with 16 sacks. Has he really made an impact? Because guess what? Every team they've lost to has run the ball down their throat, has play actioned them to death, and he doesn't get a sack every week. So what impact is he making? He like, to me, the impact is not there like when we talk about the other guys. When you talk about Max Crosby, he was all over the place.
Just say Zach Sealer's better than him, dude. Just say it. Just say it. I'll say it.
I will say this. Zach makes more of an impact.
I think he's better. Zach Sealer's better than Micah Parsons.
Wait, let me watch this. When Micah Parsons was out versus Micah Parsons being back, any different?
Mm-mm.
Zach Sealer out,
Lost.
Zach Sealer back.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? That is tangible stuff.
It's very clear, by the way. I just want to point out this is not for our radio audience, but our visual audience. JFig likes being in the production studio. Kind of looks like her goth cave, you know? You can tell that she's enjoying the lack of lighting in there. She just seems more at peace.
Yeah.
She is happier than ever, and she kind of likes sneaking and controlling things.
Yeah.
So if you see any good camera angles of any sort, that's her like hiding underneath the table and using the mouse. And I'm like, it's fine. It's okay.
Schmidt makes a great point. Once Aaron Rodgers retires, Parsons takes the place as the player Leroy Horde hates most award.
It's not.
It's
no.
it's lining
Wait
up
a
to
minute. Wait a minute. First of all, I did not say anything that was not accurate. You could put whatever
What was your
twist you
cop
want
out?
on it. No, it's facts.
Oh,
It's facts.
man.
If we're going to talk about a guy dominating that side of the ball, shouldn't he be making more of an impact?
I agree.
Like all the other guys
I agree. For sure.
that we talk about in the same elk as
And
him.
They're a lot like the Knicks, dude. There's no football overrated like Cowboys overrated. You know?
Yeah, and then what ends up happening is Jerry Jones end up paying all of the overrated players, and the team sucks.
I'm all in. You think he's gonna have
he needs to be all out for just a little bit.
You think he's gonna have a fun radio show today?
Oh my goodness!
I'll get somebody else to ask me these sassy questions.
Those hosts
But
are getting
here's,
fired today.
here, you know what Micah Parsons reminds me of?
Hmm?
When we talk about the guy on the other side of the ball, or the guy in basketball, that's great when that other dude is there. You know what I call him? Scottie Pippen.
Ooh. I was gonna say like Olivier Vernon. That's what I remember from the
Right.
Dolphins. Remember Olivier Vernon?
He was
had,
the
like, that
opposite
muscle
of
year?
Jason Taylor.
Nah, he was
No,
opposite
wait,
of
who was
Cam Wake.
outside of Cam Wake? Sorry,
Cam Wake and had Ndamukong Suh. But then he had
Right.
like 1 year where he had monster sacks, and then he got
And then he went to right.
Giants, I think. Did he
The
go to
Giants. Giant. So you understand what I'm saying is that, like, he hasn't shown that I'm changing the game. I'm impacting the game like all these other guys. But if you put somebody on the other side, then he's gonna ball out. So does that make him a number one or a number two?
I don't know. It's a good question. El Butre says, Tobin, slow your roll. First of all, Leroy started off the Micah Parsons slander. I'm just trying to find a comparison.
It's not slander.
Football to football.
Wait
you
a
know?
minute. Why are we confusing slander with facts? Let me ask you a question.
I'm also laughing at
If
somebody.
you're gonna pay top dollar to have somebody cut your grass,
Hmm?
so you pay more than anybody in the neighborhood, don't you want your grass to look the best?
For sure.
Okay, so if you want Jerry Jones or whoever to pay you as the top pass rusher in the league, shouldn't you be that dude making that crazy impact on the game?
I'm also laughing at 305 Florida Man 561 who says Jerry Jones enjoys a mint julep.
No,
The old
that's
love of
right.
mint julep.
No, Jerry Jones drinks Blue Label.
You don't think he has a mint julep like in that
No.
little tin thing?
Jerry Jones drinks nothing but Blue Label.
That's all he drinks? So you know that for a
Yes.
fact? Really?
Yes. Yes.
Even when he goes to the Kentucky Derby?
Yes.
I don't know about that
Blue
dude.
Label.
That dude looks like he'll have a mint julep every now and then.
I
That's
have no
the one
idea. We're currently looking up what a mint julep is. Can
Mint
I get
julep-
this at
Mint
Star?
julep's like it's
Put
like
it this way.
it's like a
Put it this
redneck
way.
mojito.
It's a drink with a shrub in the middle of it.
Right.
Oh,
It's
I
like
just-
a
It's crushed. It's crushed up mint.
Flavor, okay.
yeah. You
What?
can't. She likes the shrubs. You can't go after the shrubs around.
she
you.
does. But that's because you're like part aardvark. I don't really understand what you're doing when we're trying to tacos. Ruining it, dude.
Wait, did you just call JFig
Oh, they're
aardvark?
an aardvark?
Don't they eat ants?
Do they? I don't even know.
No, it's an anteater, dude. Aardvarks love the shrubs.
Do they love the shrubs?
Don't the
Aardvark.
aardvark look like an anteater?
You know what else has mint flavor?
What?
I think you responded already.
Go.
Blue Chew. Blue Chew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but in a chewable form and at a fraction of the cost. Now you can chew it and do it. And yes, indeed, they do have mint flavors. All right, everybody. And it's online. All right. You can go to bluechew.com. You fill it on out. You don't have to have a doctor's visit. No pharmacy visits. Ships right to you in a discreet package. And I got a great deal for all our listeners out there. You guys can try Blue Chew for free when you use the promo code SHOWPONY. You use the promo code SHOWPONY at checkout. You pay just $5 for shipping, but you're getting your entire first month of Blue Chew for free. That's right, your entire first month of Blue Chew right here from Old Tobes when you use the promo code SHOWPONY. So go to bluechew.com. Look, if your team's not doing so hot and you still need to be in the mood because you overpaid a bunch of bums, go to bluechew.com. Anonymous owner who said he was all in. I'll tell you where you want to be all in with Blue Chew. Use that promo code SHOWPONY at bluechew.com.
Show Pony.
everybody. Welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you. 560 WQAM. Tomorrow night, Whiskey Stars and Cigars. It is presented by WQAM and Edmore Sawgrass Auto Mall. You guys can come talk sports with the WQAM staff at our new location, Tabacón Cigars and Spirits at Plantation Walk. You can enjoy a sample of Aberfeldy 12-year-old single malt Scotch whiskey and a cigar from Dru Estate. That's tomorrow at Tabacón Cigars and Spirits at Plantation Walk, presented by Edmore Sawgrass Auto Mall, your 2023 Dealer of the Year. Sponsored by the main man. There's nobody better to help you flip your biz and cash out big than the main man. And by the injury law firm of Cohen and Judah, where our partner handles every single case. Call 866-FAIR-FEE. I'm going to need a lot of those samples just to
You know what I'm
give it
gonna
a fair
need?
judgment, of course.
You know what I'm gonna need? An apology.
Me? Why?
Because I said, isn't an aardvark like an anteater?
I didn't know. What does it do?
True.
Apologize.
Apologizing for lacking aardvark knowledge?
Yeah.
You should have said no, it's not.
Okay.
True.
You should have said, wait. You only have to apologize because you dipped into what you didn't know about.
Well, what do you?
You
How do
didn't
you know?
say-
Like, what is it? What do you know about aardvarks?
They kind of look like anteaters. They got the same little
But
nose.
what do they
digging-
eat?
Ants.
You sure?
Yes. They eat
I
the
don't know
same
about
thing.
that.
They got that same little nose they dig in the ground. Somebody get a picture of an aardvark. This guy is like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, everyone knows that as mere macophagus animals, aardvarks feed almost exclusively upon termites and ants, because everyone knows about mere macophagus animals.
It says on Google, aardvarks eat a plant called the aardvark cucumber. It's the only non-insect food that they eat. So they do. They're an omnivore, but they eat cucumbers, which is kind of like what JFig puts on the tacos, man. Like you really ruin them.
You realize I'm not the only one that does that, right? You guys are the ones that are wrong here.
Listen,
I don't think we
when
are.
you
I
have
don't
a
think we
little
are.
When you have a little bitty baby soft taco, you can't pile a whole bunch of crap on it. It gets all over the place.
Cilantro on it. It doesn't even weigh. What is wrong?
Here's what happened, JFig. I'm gonna tell you exactly. You have these fancy taco places like a Rocco's Tacos. And what they do is they want to save on material. So what they do is, why don't we put a little green on there and some chives and some
green is not
onions,
for color.
and all of a
It's
sudden they don't have to put any
and
steak
also,
on it.
The whole country of Mexico does that.
No.
Yeah.
No, when you go to a Mexican taco truck, that thing is carnage up.
Here. I've been to Mexico so many times. I have Mexican family. You cannot try to.
I've been to Mexico.
I just got back from Mexico.
Not the part with tacos though.
Woo, pretty good. Wait, what part then?
I went to Tijuana.
No.
They got tacos.
How was that
there.
not?
They also have dirt roads.
Yeah.
And a lot of tequila.
Chilling on a dirt road.
And you got to be careful. We had to be careful because if you go to try to buy souvenirs, the cops come over and say you stole something, and then you got to pay your way. You got to give them $100 to get out.
True.
So they told us, they told us always travel in packs and don't get caught in a store by yourself.
Kind of like an aardvark.
They don't travel. Do they travel to back?
Yeah, they travel in packs.
You and Nico could be aardvarks.
What? Whoa, dude!
Oh man, I gotta publish the bingo card for today.
Wow. I love how you've gone from fat shaming to nose shaming.
I'm just there he is. Get your ants, big boy. Get your ants. I would have the same size nose, but mine's been mushed on my face. See, it's flat.
You claiming you had a Nico nose before you had football?
No, that's a black people thing. Our noses are flatter. I don't know why.
But aardvarks do travel in packs, dude. They call them the wolves of the insectivores.
Oh, of course. Yeah, I've heard that before.
Oh my goodness.
I've heard that before.
Dude. Yeah. First of all, you didn't even know what an aardvark is. Now you're talking about their travel arrangements?
AI. There's a lot of info that comes up when you aardvark AI on Google now. Just comes and gives you the answer.
Yeah.
I mean, that used to be a cartoon, right?
Bizarrevark?
No.
What?
There was a cartoon with the aardvark.
Is
Yeah,
there?
Arthur.
Arthur was not an aardvark, dude.
Yeah.
What was he though? I don't know. Was he a llama? What was Arthur?
He's an aardvark, dude.
He's not an aardvark, dude. He
He's
doesn't look
an
nothing
aardvark.
like. Dude, he doesn't look anything like an
Well,
aardvark.
I mean,
He's an anthro. These
hey, by the way,
Big word for you, dog.
Roadrunner kind of looks like a Roadrunner, but not really.
Yeah.
I've seen the real Roadrunner.
I'm telling you, it's an aardvark.
He
dude.
looks more like a roadrunner than Arthur looks like an aardvark.
Yeah.
That's fair, but I don't know. Maybe he just had an issue with his nose. We didn't realize we were supporting, what would be deemed less than a beautiful aardvark in his community because of his lack of a long nose. But he's an anthropomorphic brown aardvark.
He doesn't look anything like an
let me
aardvark.
see.
That's so dumb.
I know.
Arthur is an aardvark.
Telling you.
I used to love Arthur.
Oof.
I mean, he always taught great lessons. I mean, very nice, Arthur, having
Yeah.
to go through the challenges of growing up, but I never realized that he was an aardvark.
No, I
It's-
Oh, wait, Anteater cartoons of the 90s.
Dade
Yeah.
South says 0-2 on aardvark knowledge.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you, man.
Let me tell you, you're 0 for Tuesday so far.
Don't let me get one.
Whew.
Take a break. We'll come back. Hour 2 coming out. Mike McDaniel has some thoughts on the Dolphins.
That's going to take up.
change of
Why don't we just call it
philosophy.
our Mike?
We will hear from the Dolphins head coach. Get into a little footy football next.
for our Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua. It's our Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Tonga Valoa. Not
Tua Tagovailoa.
A for effort. Dolphins quarterback.
Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua.
Tua.
Tua, Tua, Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Can go to hell. Tua Tagovailoa. Dolphins quarterback.
Daddy loves you guys.
Our Tua with Tobin and Leroy.
Check the history of
Hour 2 of the program, ladies and gentlemen. It's Tobin and Leroy here with you. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. We got lots to dive into here on the show. Last night, if you guys missed it, the Heat, they put a whooping on the Sixers.
They did.
They went up, then they got down 19, and they came back and blowed them out. Joel Embiid, he's going out sad, dude. I don't know what to tell you. We'll get more into that in a little bit. Also, Marcos owes an apology to Dru Smith.
No, hold on. No, I don't owe an apology. The fact that you're celebrating a 10-point game just proves my point even further.
See, this is why you have the untrained eye. You know, this is you're the exact person that Erik Spoelstra is talking about. You have to look.
You have an untrained eye. Yes.
You tweeted this.
What?
First half of the game, you were tweeting saying you wanted Calais Campbell out there as you saw old painted nails Jared McCain out there doing his thing.
Good. That's your first round pick.
It must be nice. Must be nice. But just because this guy had one performance, it doesn't mean Sabonis hit a game winner and set NBA records, and you found a way to wiggle out of that.
Oh, because every game of his is 11-11-11. Congrats. What a thrill, Sabonis.
God. He literally
the only reason anybody cares about that is he's from Lithuania. I swear, like if his name was Bob Smith, nobody would give a rat's ass. They'd be like, "Congratulations, Intangibles Wonder."
Wow,
that's unfair.
It's the truth.
If Dru Smith hits a
you
game,
you guys attack guys who put up numbers.
What's that?
You guys are attacking players that put up numbers.
What? Dru Smith doesn't put up. It was his career high yesterday.
That's not why he's in there.
Plus 23,
as the coach told you.
Yep. And that's and honestly, you should just be ashamed of yourself, really, because you're a bully.
And wait. You don't bully Sabonis?
No. How can you bully an all NBA player? It doesn't even make sense. You don't even say things that make
right,
sense.
Exactly. An all NBA player, yet you say he does nothing.
Bully him. That's right,
Because
Leroy.
I just like you do with Micah Parsons.
Micah Parsons doesn't get numbers.
Oh, he does get. You can't say he doesn't get.
How many sacks does he have this year?
I don't know.
How many times does he stop the run?
Okay, well,
if you go in exclusively on sacks.
Okay, first of all, I don't believe there's a stat that's just called stop the run. Are you referring to tackles?
Well, I'm talking about setting the edge.
Okay,
He refuses to set the edge.
Okay, well, are you asking for stats? Or are you asking
part of
for
his
like
job
metrics?
description?
Well, he has 3 sacks and 17 tackles on the season.
Cool. What is? But did
How
Micah
many
Parsons?
sacks did he have last year?
14.
Okay, 14 sacks.
13 and a half, 14. It's pretty good.
Is that highest paid outside pass rusher in the league?
I would venture to guess that's amongst the most sacks over a 3-year span that in the league.
No, he'd probably 5th.
That's pretty good, dude. Top 5.
Wow. You won't believe who's at the top of this list, though. Most sacks since 2021. Trey Hendrickson of the Bengals leads the NFL.
Yeah, he's good.
Doesn't surprise me.
That doesn't surprise me. All right, what number is? Go ahead.
I'm trying to get the exact number now. They just give me names. Chris Jones, Myles Garrett, Nick Bosa, I think are next on the list. But I don't believe that.
So he might not even be top 5.
I mean, you're trying to diminish 3 straight seasons of over 13 sacks.
No, as that's all you do? Yeah.
All right.
All he does is rush the passer.
You and me are doing the same exact thing. We're doing the same exact thing.
No, we're not.
We literally are doing the same exact thing, Leroy.
No, we're not.
Literally doing the same thing, dude. Like the same
double,
thing.
You're impacting
Everything.
Three
No, you're not,
different
dude.
aspects
Russell
of the game.
Westbrook, hold on. Russell Westbrook put an MVP on it and then was outcasted from team to team because he was putting up triple doubles.
Because he wasn't very efficient. That's the only reason why.
No, because people look, oh, it's against the metrics of it. Russell Westbrook, like, all of a sudden was outcast from it, but Sabonis does it, and everybody's crazy. And by the way, dude has done nothing in the playoffs ever. Nothing. Nothing.
Wow.
Nothing. In fact, the guy he was traded for in Indiana did more to get his team further in the playoffs than he has in his career, which is my whole point on him. Very nice player. Because he has feathery hair. That's fine.
I'm saying
you and I are saying. I would just, you know what? I would like you to acknowledge once we each have our thing. You're nitpicking at Micah Parsons. I'm nitpicking at Sabonis. Mine has a little bit more validity than yours does, but that's fine. Oh, but the one thing we can agree on is this guy right here, this amphibian, is a bully on Dru Smith.
You guys bully players. You just showed proof of it.
Wait, no. But you bullied a guy who wasn't even playing.
Yeah, a real jerk.
Why does he have a spot? I just don't understand. Everyone
plus 23 just won the game.
He didn't win the game.
Let me say this.
That's 23.
I'm gonna say this, and I mean this with all my being.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn about plus minus.
Let
me explain to you why.
Tell him.
Because if you're playing Milwaukee and the Greek Freak scores 50, it pretty much means that everybody who was on the court with him is going to have minus. It doesn't necessarily mean that you lose the game. You understand what I'm saying? So sometimes you could play. I would venture on to say the last two games, not this recent game.
Would you say it was not
before that? Everybody who was playing on the floor with Calais Herro was a plus, and everybody on the other side was a minus.
Congratulations, mathematician. But like, you could do that you could poke holes in any stat that you want to. You got to use things in context. Would you not agree that Dru Smith was a positive outcome for the Heat yesterday? Would you not agree that the plus minus does not reflect on his impact?
I didn't say that. But I'm not saying he didn't make an impact. But I'm saying plus minus is a little bit skewed. Because
you could skew any stat.
Yeah. You put meat on a stick.
I just gave you Micah Parsons stats over. I just gave you Micah Parsons stats over the last 3 years, and you were like, one-dimensional. That's literally what you just did.
Look at that.
So, 13 sacks a year. 13 sacks a year.
Yep.
And that's all he does is sacks.
That's what you say all he does.
He'll 50 tackles? 13 sacks, 50 tackles. He's all over the field. Don't you think that his impact on that team should be more?
Really, I don't like this because I just went to today's league leaders in sacks, and number 5 is Andrew Van Ginkel. So,
yeah, pretty good season he's having.
Why did we do that? You're so stupid, Chris Green.
But I'm just like, there's more to it than that.
Meat on the stick, dude.
He was top 7. He was top 7 last year.
Okay.
All right. Leader had 19. TJ Watt. He had 14. Year before that, he was it postseason?
No, he had no sacks in postseason. They ran over him.
Oh, he was 7. He was 7 the year before that, and his rookie year, he was 6th.
Okay, top 10.
Yeah, well, just outside the top 5.
That's not. But is his impact winning games?
I mean, they did win a good amount of games last year.
Okay.
Just say it. He's basketball Sabonis. Just say it. I mean, he's football Sabonis. Say it.
What I'm hearing here, you two, samesies.
That's what I'm saying too. But I'll acknowledge it. He wants to just deflect. He wants to deflect like we're that much different.
You know why? You know why? Let me tell you why. Because I know this fraud. Every day. Remember the Sabonis one? argument we had. Samesies.
So you are kind of saying like if you
No,
didn't
I'm
want
not.
to.
Okay.
No,
Can
no.
I get Mike McDaniel yesterday, Froggy? So Mike McDaniel, he was talking about their offensive philosophy a little bit, talking about their longer drives and all that type of jazz. And, he said, after leading the league in yards, he figured there had to be a new way this year with the NFL playing against them. And so this is what McCochin had to say on that, and saying that, we figured we had to get different game plans against teams.
Offensively, you're trying to score points, and, it's important to take advantage of what the defense presents. And, I think when you have some offensive production or sustained offensive production, specifically with last year, I think we're number one in yards from week 1 to the last week of the season. You're going to get off-season attention, and people are going to have a different plan for you because opponents get paid too.
I would say this is that this is a big thing in all of football, right? If you have the defense to play it, we are going to make you run 8 to 10 plays to score. If you can do that, then we tip our hat off to you. But in most cases, you're going to get a holding, a false start, an illegal, something's going to go wrong and it's going to put you behind the chains. That's the defense everybody's playing now.
Did you see Tyreek Hill yesterday I saw this on Twitter, but I guess he put it on his Snapchat, and poor Julian Hill was trying to just enjoy the cold tub. Well, I guess get in the cold tub. I don't know if anybody enjoys the cold tub, but he's just he's minding his own business. He's getting in the cold tub, and Tyreek Hill looks at him and he goes, here he comes, his holding ass. Probably going to get in this tub and hold me.
Okay.
I mean, that's not nice. I mean, he's trying. Tyreek. He does hold a lot, though.
That's great.
Flag machine.
Oh, Mr. Grabby Grabs. Getting into the cold tub. Say maybe you ought to freeze those hands before the game. I tell you what, there's not a whole lot of holding when it's cold.
There's gonna be nothing like I'm telling you right now.
You can't get none.
I'm seeing the scenario right now. I'm going week 18, Dolphins, Jets, game-winning touchdown to send them to the playoffs. Julian Hill anytime touchdown hits for the first time.
You didn't bet it.
Season. Oh no, I'm betting it. I'm in the hole, dude. I'm in the hole. Whew. Poor Tommy. He can't get new cleats.
Because you're betting on Julian Hill anytime. And what happened to Craycraft? Wasn't he supposed to come back?
He doesn't get as fat of odds, and he was injured most of the season. But Tommy came to me and he goes, Papa, my toes are so crunched. I said, sorry, son. I bet it all on Julian Hill anytime touchdown. He was 5 yards away.
If you need to connect on some secondhand shoes, I got you, Tommy. No, I know where to go.
Your shoes are more like fourth hand, dude.
Okay.
They come from the morgue.
I see, sometimes people switch into their shoes when they're about to play football. That's when I swipe. That's when I go.
Hey, are we when I go to the gym, right?
Mm-hmm.
I see guys with the gym bag and they walk into the basketball court with flip-flops. Like they gotta have pregame dress.
Yeah. That's just to make you feel cool.
Too much.
Really?
Yeah, too much.
Cool. Gotta switch into my gear, guys, as I get ready for this LA fitness run.
Hey, I had a guy. It was like last week. He had a mouthpiece. He gets over. He looks over at me. Big fella, come spot me. I'm gonna try to get 3. I say, you ain't lifting that weight. No.
He had a mouthpiece in?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I could tell by he was firing himself up. He said, I'm gonna get 3. I said, nah, dude, I ain't bending over. My old ass ain't bending over holding all that weight. To try to save you. I'm not breaking my back. And say, just because you call me big fella don't mean I'm just helping you.
Boss man.
Boss, yeah, that
boss
right
man.
there. What's up, boss? I ain't your boss.
Here's a little bit more from Mike McDaniel, and this is what he's saying about their hard work with this new offense.
It's been on our minds since the season ended, and it's good to see a lot of work, come to fruition and be able to execute, for the very reason of games might be that way, where you might be in the second half and the opposing team makes a couple plays and they stay on the field, and you need to own the ball, not turn it over, and score points. And we were able to do that, not because we just were hoping yesterday, but a lot of work went into that to be able to prepare ourselves to come through for the team in that way.
It's all according to plan, dude. They've been working at this.
Woo!
What, you see a chili pepper or something, dude?
No.
Hmm?
We gonna have to bundle it up these next few days.
It's getting chilly.
Thursday morning, 53.
Ooh.
Oh, you know what that means?
Yeah.
Boca boots, baby. That's what I call them. Apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur.
My daughter went to school in a sweater and her furry slippers the other day. I'm like, it's gonna be like 80 at noon, right?
They don't care. Kids, high school kids, they wear sweatshirts, and I'm like,
say it's comfortable, and I'm like, do you like sweat dripping down you comfortable?
No, my daughter uses the excuse of it's cold in the building, and I said,
no.
Then why is your belly button showing?
Damn, boxed her in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They're just trying to. I'm like, and here's the kicker. Here's the thing that drives me crazy. But I can't say nothing because I'm a guy, right? My wife and my daughter go school shopping for a month. Online at the store, they got sales, they getting stuff ready. Ooh, this outfit or whatever. She has worn the same 2 outfits all of school. All of school. I say, didn't you wear that yesterday? Didn't you wear that Tuesday? Yeah, it's comfortable.
Well, it's good. It's a good reason.
Okay, but it was comfortable when you spent all that money in the summer. So what are we doing with those clothes?
What did she say?
Nothing. Like you learn.
I actually have the opposite problem. My daughter's like, oh, I've worn it once, and she's like, I'm like, hey, you're not a cartoon character. Like, we're not gonna forget. Like, it goes back in the rotation, okay? It doesn't.
She wants to throw it out. I wore it. Done.
Not an outfit repeater.
You're not a Disney character. There's not a wardrobe set here.
She's like Steve Harvey, dude. She never repeats.
One more from McCochin. This is him on De'Von Achane's season. He sees a more mature running back this year, more mature De'Von Achane.
I think De'Von was really at the top of his game yesterday. Was doing some things on the field that there was a lot of plays that he made that maybe weren't the 40-yarders that he's broken in his career, but were 7-yard gains that could have been -3. Was a 9-yard gain that could have been a 2-yard gain. He was really playing well. So in those situations, we kind of lean on the hot hand, so to speak, and I think he's really made it difficult in game situations, the last 2 in particular, to take him off the field. But that's we try to leave that room for guys to decide for us during the game on how much playtime they'll get and respond appropriately.
Man, so you're saying he's so mature, he's telling her, hey, Moshe, sit your ass down.
Rough, dude.
Did you have a maturing year, Leroy, or were you always a 7-yard gainer?
It's weird because my first year was kind of a throwaway year because we were just so bad. And then my second year, I had like 9 touchdowns receiving.
Bernie.
And I had more yards receiving than I did rushing up until my 4th year. So it's a weird, so as a runner, it had more to do with how they used me And the only reason why I started running the ball more because everybody got hurt.
And also,
So,
Bernie loved just like going rogue with you.
Well, he just like that was the passes though. That's why I caught a lot of passes because Bernie would like look back and wink. I knew what that meant.
We'll take a break. Back after this.
Still talking about
says this is my last resort.
Welcome back, you rascals. Hey, JFig has more concert tickets to give away. Papa Roach and Rise Against are coming to the I Think Financial Amphitheater in 2025. We got your chance to see them. Just keep on listening, and JFig will tell you when she's going to give away those tickets. No macaws are allowed to win. Sorry. I'm just doing that for your safety.
No birds.
No birds, dude. No birds.
Only roaches.
We'll get to little damage is done, my friend, coming up later on this hour. I want to give a shout out to the Panthers. Did you see, Leroy? The Panthers, it was announced today. The Panthers have moved television networks this year, right?
Mm-hmm.
They moved to Scripps Sports. I don't know if is that CW for you. What is that for you?
Yeah, CW.
Yeah. So you get the Panthers games. I get them on channel 9 here. What are they? 39 down there.
Yeah.
Panthers viewership this season, according to the Panthers, is up 170% over the first 14 games this season.
Yeah.
That's a
It
cat's
might be
bump,
something
dude.
as simple as it's easier to find.
You're not kidding. You're not kidding. I love it. Just boop. I don't have to put in my stupid app. Who doesn't love a good, just a good flicky flick? There's my game. It's a great time.
I hope all these sports, in their efforts to get money, don't make their sport harder to access.
Oh,
because I mean, that's what's happening kind of with Netflix. And see, I like on my TV, I can just put the game on and then go to last channels and go back and forth between games. When it's on Prime, I got to get out of the app, go back to DirecTV, and you know what I mean?
I gotta reactivate. I gotta put in an activation code.
Right.
What's my password again? You made me change it 9 times. Your password has been compromised. It's fine. Sorry. But yeah, man, the Cats, they moved to old broadcast television, and the old numbers have cranked up and by the way, they're also an awesome product to watch because the team is tremendous. And right back at it tonight, north of the border against old Goose Egg-a-Peg. We're taking them on again. The old home and home. 8 o'clock puck drop from whatever the hell they call their building. And listen, the Cats are going to go in there. They're going to use it as their litter box today. That's what's going to go on.
Remember basketball used to do that a lot. The old home and home. They don't do it as much. Now they do the old 2-game series.
2 games, yeah. You're 2 games where you're stuck in the same city.
It's not bad if you're stuck in Florida.
It's bad if you're stuck in Indiana.
The amount of times you have said that.
Who's the worst? Wait, think of a worse. How about being stuck in Utah?
Utah looks lovely.
What's wrong with Utah?
And I'm a really big fan of Salt Lake Real Housewives. What?
Of course you'd resort there.
Oh,
I'm out here talking about like the views, and you're out here talking about Desperate Housewives.
They have those too. Well, it's not Desperate Housewives. That's a different show. This is Real Housewives of Salt Lake.
Whatever, same thing.
Oh, dude, it's different. And not only that, now you got Secret Lives of. Let me tell you something.
Secret
Lives of Mormon Wives.
Oh.
Yep.
I've never seen it.
Wait, on the side,
I'm slightly
dropping it like it's hot.
JFig, tell me what. Tell me what. Oh, dude, they get crazy. All right. Oh, dude, they get crazy. The whole premise, it was a whole thing. Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. I can't believe this. The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. The show is based off of a swinging scandal amongst Mormon wives. That's the start of the show. It's one of the craziest first episodes of a reality TV show I've ever seen in my life.
Really?
Wow.
It's a mom TikTok group, and they all get a little freaky. It got crazy. National scandal because these women all make their money off of TikTok, but they all weren't as wholesome as we thought.
Wow.
Tell me that doesn't sound like a good reality TV show, JFig. You'll watch it tonight.
Wait.
Binge watch it. You'll be done with it by the end of the week.
Can't the Mormons have more than one wife?
See, that's old school Mormon. I always used to think that, but apparently not how these Mormons roll these days anymore. Then you shame the Mormons because they have done such a thing with trying to clean up their image. You know? But you are right. Polygamy was rampant throughout the Mormon faith.
And they have a lot of kids too, right?
Oh, some of them do.
Who
Some of
doesn't use it? Who's the one who doesn't use like technology?
There's also a Mormon. There's one called Sister Wives. That's more old school. That's got like 20 seasons. They've been
That's
following
the
this family forever.
Amish.
That's
You-
what I was
Amish.
gonna say. Yeah,
Amish. All right, cool.
And,
I was like,
and
why
I
would they
know,
be on
I know.
TikTok?
Wait, and I know about the Amish because they have they're in Ohio,
Yeah.
and that's where you go to get all your quilts and stuff.
Yeah, but you got to say, here's the thing with the Amish, no offense, but they've bent their rules a little bit too, to the whim of technology,
Ooh.
because now the Amish are allowed. The Amish are now allowed to use power tools if they're doing it for work.
Oh, get out of here.
You know,
Bums.
well, I don't want to say bums. I'm just saying, like, they had to catch up with the times too, you know?
Too much.
But we used to go to this place. They had an amusement park, Jogga Lake, in Ohio.
Yeah.
So they had, they had the one down on out west, and then they had another one out east with the highest. The one out west has the highest roller coaster in the country. But then they had another one out east called Jogga Lake, and you have to drive through Amish country. So if you're in a hurry, you're gonna get caught behind a buggy, and you just.
It's crazy that's where they draw the line. They're like, yeah, sure.
And I've never seen an overactive horse pulling one of those buggies.
You ever hear the Amish TikTok dance?
No, I haven't.
Teach me how to buggy.
We have to go to break now.
-1 right now, please.
-1.
A lot of reality.
we like, oh my goodness.
Leroy kind of likes it. Leroy kind of likes it.
No, he doesn't.
Everyone's looking at the clock like, what is this show?
Teach
over
me how to
today?
buggy. Teach me how to buggy. I can see it now, dude. See it now.
But all the Amish just dancing next to their horse.
That's it. It's a point.
Point for Tobin!
Appropriately, the damage is done, my friend, is next.
Damage is done.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. We're streaming live on YouTube and Twitch, the channel Miami 560 WQAM. We'll get more into the Heat win at the top of the hour and recap the Heat sending the Sixers into a stupid tailspin. Worst team in the league, 2-11, the Sixers. Woo-hoo! That's good. But one thing, I could go a lot of directions. I have a lot of things I want to do in Damage is Done. I'm gonna go with this though. Leroy has talked about this before. Sometimes people play around too much, all right? And especially Giants. And yesterday, I'm watching before the game, right? And everybody's having their little reunions before the game, Leroy, and people are hanging out. Kyle Lowry saying hi to everybody, and Caleb Martin saying hi to everybody. And then Jimmy and Kyle, of course, best of friends. Kyle, godfather to Jimmy's daughter, and they love each other. These guys, they were horsing around at halftime. Kyle Lowry was literally just playing games with Jimmy Butler at halftime instead of warming up for his team. That's how much he misses Jimmy Butler. Maybe not as much as Joel Embiid misses Jimmy Butler. Everybody misses Jimmy Butler. But these guys are just, having a friendly conversation, okay? And for our radio audience, okay, I'm going to play the video for our video audience, which is why you guys should watch on YouTube and Twitch. But I'll describe this as they're just having a chat, okay? They're just minding their own business, having a chat, and just living life. And
why does Kyle have his sweatshirt tucked in?
I don't know.
Ridiculous.
He does look ridiculous. But just, we're talking, and then who comes flying in with wrestling maneuvers, as they're trying to mess around, but Kevin Love, who's horsing around too much. I don't like it. All right, Kevin, Jimmy's already missed 4 games in a row. The damage is done, my friend. You need to be careful.
He could have hurt all 3 of them right there. Literally all 3 of them. 2 of them are very old. The other one's injury prone.
He's too big.
Whoa.
And that is a person who's like throwing people into headlocks and things. This is exactly like Tyreek Hill and Odell Beckham Jr., doing wrestling maneuvers in the end zone.
What's also amazing is how Jimmy and Kevin Love are damn near the same height.
Yes. Yep. By the way, you know about this Kevin Love with the thievery lately? That's been like his new move.
Yeah.
Oh, the sneaky maneuver, top of the key. But he is, he's like, I was nervous about this. I'm all for the horseplay, but I don't need anybody missing any more games.
Look how cute.
Jimmy's face right
Brotherhood.
now. Hey,
he's like too much.
Too big to be playing like that.
Kevin Love is a rascal. What do you got, Leroy?
So it's a public story, but it's
boy.
not inside. It's not inside the Publix.
Public parking lot?
Yeah.
Mm.
So it was raining like pretty hard, like a couple of days ago. It didn't rain long, but it was raining. And you know how to have the people underneath the thing waiting for the rain to go down so they could go to their car.
Sure do.
This lady was coming through the parking lot. She had to get in the store and whatever. She's going across the crosswalk, right? A car pulls up and stops to let somebody out right in front of the crosswalk, and the lady's just standing there looking in the window. The guy goes, "Oh, am I blocking you?" And instead of like pulling out of the way, he waits until he lets the person off and then goes. Meanwhile, the lady's soaking wet.
Damage is done, my friend.
What are we doing?
Chronicles.
What are we doing?
This is honestly one of the rare occasions in which Leroy is
I'm not at all.
Yeah, he's just watching,
just observing.
Listen, I'm speaking for the people. Now, I know what I would have did.
What would you have done?
I would have tried to tip that car over or something, and then they would have moved. Because I would have started pushing that car and all whatever.
Ow.
Yeah. And they would have thought I was crazy and moved. And then I would have went, "Thank you," and walked in.
We're done.
Yeah,
here.
come on. Like, look, I don't care if you drop your wife off or your mother or whatever. Not in front of the crosswalk. There's people using that so you don't run over them. Because God forbid if you get hit by a car, if you get hit by a car, you're not in the crosswalk. You're probably you're not gonna get no money.
Nah, probably not.
Right. So
You gotta have
but then the cars that's stopping can't stop in front of the crosswalk.
You gotta have 2 feet in bounds.
Yep.
And control the groceries.
So, man, I just love how that's why we beat the hell out of each other. We ain't got no common courtesy towards one another at all. But I tell you what, they would have thought I was crazy because I would have reached up under there and start just bucking that car and acting crazy. And yeah.
I would love to get that footage.
Oh, no, you ain't listen. I give people to look. Like, listen, I'll do something crazy right here. You sitting here just thinking you can do whatever you want? Oh, no.
I told you I want to follow you around for a day.
Oh, you come into public. They love me at Publix. The workers love me because I say things they can't.
We have 2 of our loyal Twitch listeners bucking against you on this.
What?
Timbo Slice says you wouldn't have done anything but cry on the radio the next day.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
I don't know, dude.
That's not true. That is not true.
Schmeathan, he says, quote, "We have no common courtesy," says old fat shamer McGee.
I'm not fat shaming. That's calling it like I see it.
No, he just means in regular other
moment, okay?
Yeah, although he switched his tune, he is now a beak shamer. We are doing different things now. We've advanced.
No, I'm not.
Sorry, Judge. No escaping it from me.
I don't get. See, that's the thing. People think I don't get free nothing at Publix. I don't. But I would say things. So, for example, I'll give you a perfect example. So I'm sitting there talking to the ladies behind the counter, right? Because we're all friendly and they see me all the time. Hi, how you doing? How's everything? Housework? Good. And the lady comes up next to me and she's returning a half a gallon of milk, right? And she says, I said, the milk is bad. She says, the milk is bad. I need to return it. I say, ma'am, if you drink that much of the milk, your guts are supposed to be on the ground right now.
Gee, Leroy, accountability. He is walking.
So the ladies behind the counter said, he got a point. We got him. We can't do nothing about it, but that's what I'm saying. I don't want the price of my milk to go up because you drink half a gallon of milk and then let it sit out and go spoil and bring it back.
You think if you're not going to judge this lady that there's going to be inflation on milk? I don't think that's how that works.
Everybody the more stuff that keeps getting returned for nonsense reasons, the publics don't. They just raise the price to make up for that money.
You sure it's not cow labor laws?
What do you mean?
I mean, doesn't it depend on how much milk is getting produced by the cows?
No, it depends on how much milk they actually selling. If a whole bunch of people returning half a gallons of milk, then they raise the price.
I love the idea of Leroy.
Hysteria. So
I love the idea of Leroy like once a week putting on a robe and a white wig, and he just goes as where they always have like the sales in Publix, like the display section up front.
Oh yeah.
All rise for the honorable Publix Judge Horde.
Hey, I told him for a free chicken tender sub, I run the returns for 2 hours. I run it for 2 hours.
That should be a
like
no returns.
Have me up front and people returning that. Man, I seen a lady return some lamb chops. And I'm like, you ain't ate a lamb chop in your life. What are you doing? And what they do is they go in the trash, they dig for receipts, and then go in the store and pick up the stuff and bring it in and return it.
Wow. That's actually a good hustle. I got to be honest with you.
Right. But you could tell when you take the body type or a lady
body type.
One lady returned salads and kept the Oreo cookies.
You're supposed to judge without prejudice. You're not like if you fat shame your defendants, like then you're not doing the work of a judge.
Listen, it's not a matter of judging or not. I'm just calling it like I see it. Look,
imagine the line as Leroy is dealing with all these people on their returns.
You know what they do? They say, that dude is working the returns. We got to go to a different Publix.
Leroy's going,
no. I say, I want to return.
At one point, you don't even start using words. You're just like,
do you have a receipt? No, oh no. Can you just get no.
Leroy's like the day after Christmas, some lady's gonna return gingerbread. He goes, the day after Christmas, huh?
But no, think about this. I've been living down here since 1992.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I have never returned anything at Publix.
Never?
Never. Because I buy what I'm going to eat. Right? I don't go and buy Like, I'm probably gonna try this on too. And then
But
when
you've
it
never
don't
got
work
anything
out,
bad.
return
You've
it.
never got anything bad at Publix.
No, because the things that I buy, I don't really have to.
You seem like you go every day, so it feels like there's a fresh rotation coming in every day.
Right.
It's
No,
part
but
of your
like
daily routine.
I buy fruit, but I look at the fruit. If the fruit ain't good, I don't get it. Right. I don't buy meat there. I just go to a meat place to get my meat. Right. That's it.
JFig, what do you got for damages done today?
Well, I'm going to go ahead and state the obvious. I am still in this room, which means nothing has been.
Wow.
So,
I thought you just like the room, giving Frogboy company.
I really do feel comfortable in here, but I will say the damage is done.
The damage is done, my
And I
friend.
still don't have access
Wait a
in that
minute.
room.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
We all knew. What are you talking about?
Nobody's there?
Why are you shocked?
Oh no, they're here.
No, they're here. But
They're
every
here.
time I go, it's wait 15 minutes.
Yeah,
wait
wait,
15 minutes.
like what? Then they're like restart.
Wait.
I've restarted that computer about
I bet you it works for Hawk and Crowder. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Froggy?
My damage is done goes to not only is it a collapsing franchise, but if you watched Monday Night yesterday, now even Jerry's World seems to be collapsing under the pressure. A large piece of sheet metal fell yesterday from the roof of Jerry's World.
Goodness, they're lucky that was in the game.
Right? Luckily, no one was hurt, but it is indeed a large piece of sheet metal that fell. Where the damage is really done is, obviously it's easy to take shots at a team and kick them kind of when they're down. The Texans social media team took the opportunity to post this on their Twitter. It says simply, look out below with the L in the sheet metal direction.
Jeez.
As you can see, everything seems to be falling apart for the Cowboys. Therefore,
That's Commander's behavior, dude, with the broken pipes and the poop flooding out there in the stadium.
But they ain't spend $2 billion on there.
No, they didn't.
You think for $2 billion you could get the sheet metal to stay where it's supposed to?
yeah, and apparently, they've been having problems with like glare. A lot of people have been saying like the sun is an issue.
The players say that, yeah.
Well, like the thing that's crazy about it is like you think these stadiums, like when they get built, they should last forever now, right? Because like the best technology, and we've had over these years now, we've had the Marlins Stadium leak, we've had Jerry's World lose metal, Lucas Oil Stadium. Remember that happened this year where they couldn't open the roof, and Irsay was really upset because he goes, very disappointing. We can't open the roof. Like, how do you not open the roof? Didn't this thing cost billions?
Yes.
Well, it's kind of like old cars. Old cars are a lot more reliable than these new ones.
True.
That's why Tobin still
That's why I still drive my Jeep.
We'll take a break. Get back into this Heat victory. Jimmy Buckets, big time performance, and he made Joel Embiid so sad. Back after this.
Easy now, you don't need figure down.
Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you.
What are you doing?
I feel like you're off beat.
You started in with the country version of it. I'm saying, people, you messing up the whole group. Like,
by the way,
with your...
speaking of country music, I want to shout out the hardest working man in country radio, Post Malone, today. I heard his new single on the way to taking my daughter to school today. He actually did it with a little known artist, Luke Combs.
Wow.
So
really standing on his own two cowboy boots there.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
If you're gonna say that about Post Malone, you better use somebody else other than Luke Combs, who one of his biggest hits was a song he sampled.
Yeah, but he was already made.
No, it doesn't matter.
He was already made, man.
It doesn't matter.
He was already made, man.
So did Post Malone.
Yeah, but not in this genre, you know. But and by the way, he made
luxury to jump around.
What's that?
That's why he has the luxury to jump around, because he was already made somewhere else, and he has all those credits, and now
he's not doing it though.
Wants to work with him.
Huh?
Everybody wants to work with him for that reason.
Gosh, baby. And by the way, I mean, Tracy Chapman, you know, she wasn't upset about it. I mean, how much cash does she made over the last year from Intangibles version of Fast Car?
Oh my goodness.
Come on.
You know, first of all, she's not an artist that's out there that much anyway.
Hey, nobody hates an unexpected check, dude.
Whoa. Put that one back up. Haven't heard this one before. Post Malone is talented, but he's a culture vulture.
I feel like that's the number one Post Malone criticism, is not that he's not talented. Bit of
These are your minions.
I just think
these are all like
you ought to do like I do.
What's that?
Right? I turn on the radio, I hear good music, I listen to it, and I appreciate it. I don't care about all the twists.
I would appreciate it. I would appreciate it.
The only thing I like doing as an older person is I like giving credit where credit is due. If it's a remake or what have you, or a sampled song, I like knowing the original artist. That's it.
I would say that the Post Malone Luke Combs song would be good. A little more Luke Combs, a little less Post. That's all I'm saying, baby.
But Post Malone is first. So it's like it's like, for example, Rihanna does collabs with a lot of people that pay her a lot of money to collab with them.
She makes the song,
but it's their song.
Yeah, but you don't have a song until Bad Girl Riri's on the song.
Oh my goodness. Can you dude.
What?
I would just tell you.
Okay, actually, I have a question. Does Rihanna actually write her songs?
Doesn't matter. She makes them. There's a uniqueness to her. I mean, it's them pipes.
Well, because listen.
And I'm not hating on Rihanna. I love Rihanna.
Sounds like you are.
Didn't know you hated Rihanna.
Taylor Swift is a unicorn.
Marcos?
Taylor Swift is a unicorn because she does everything herself. There's a lot of people that don't write their own music, and that's fine. Right? I'm more than sure that what's her name didn't write her country album.
Who? Beyonce?
Yeah.
Yeah, but here's the thing with Beyonce. Beyonce didn't hop on an album with a bunch of made people in country. She just did Queen Bey stuff.
She did collabs,
baby.
She did do collabs on
like Shabuzi before Shabuzi made it.
No, no. Her album came out after Shabuzi.
No, Shabuzi's first album came out after Queen Bey. Bar Song was out, but Bar Song really didn't take off until after Texas Hold'em. It's true, dude.
Beyonce doesn't write her songs.
I didn't say she did.
Yeah, but guess what? Post Malone does, and does a lot of his own production.
He writes a lot of checks too to get these heavy hitters on his songs. I'll tell you that much.
And if you really want to get down to it, There's been 2 artists that have done all the instruments, all the production, all the writing on the whole album. You know who they were? They were Prince and Beck. The year Beck won Artist of the Year when Kanye West went crazy.
Yeah, I remember that.
Right. I'm like, wow, the dude made a whole album in a room by himself and Kanye just trashed him. You don't like, come on, just enjoy the music. Who cares? Like, let me ask you a question. You like hot dogs?
I like who?
Hot dogs.
I want to know.
Yeah, of course.
You ever seen how they were made?
I've seen probably some videos on it. Not
Yeah,
really. Not
Right.
lovely.
You don't care. Right? You like hot dogs.
Does it look
Why
like I
can't you do
care?
that with music? See? No. Wasn't me. Wasn't me.
He just trying to get there before you and Schmeeth.
And I'm just telling you this. I'm
B-Rabbit.
telling you. I'm never calling a hot dog a glizzy.
Look, there's only one.
I forget.
There's
about
only one amongst us is an artist, and that's Art God Savvy, who's written an album himself.
So true. So true.
What do you think, Frogboy? Is this valid criticism of him hopping into a genre? And should we care if people write their own stuff or not? Because I got to be honest with you, I can name the top 5 movie stars of all time. I don't know if I can name the top 5 movie writers of all time.
Ooh. Yeah, I don't think I think sometimes the songwriting thing kind of gets thrown a little bit too much. You do get extra credit, but a little you get half.
I mean, if you sound like a horse when you open your mouth, like who cares?
You get 1 point. You get exactly.
Yeah, but there's a lot of artists that started as writers that ended up being artists.
For sure.
Right? A lot, especially in the rap game. So, like, yeah, they're like.
I would feel weird, however.
Okay, let me give you an example here. I'll get to you in a second. Here,
No, I hate your examples. I hate this.
You familiar with Andre 3000?
Oh,
Yeah.
love him. Heard of him.
He made an album completely with flute just because he wanted to. He didn't do it with Kenny G to get into the jazz game.
Wait, this
Kenny
is terrible.
G-thousand.
Nobody want to hear Andre 3000 making a song with a flute.
Oh,
But I will say this: he's more of an artist than a rapper.
But that's what I'm saying. But like he didn't like hop in and be like, boys, I'm in the jazz game, you know? Brass Kings, let's go. Let's get after it. You know, like he's just like, I'm gonna do jazz. So if like Post Malone wanted to do country, I'd be like, I got nothing against it. Just like Queen Bey. But he's like, yeah.
But Post Malone started doing collabs long before he started doing country. So it's kind of his continuation into
his coattail riding.
No, I was to say, so he's always been a coattail rider. I would feel weird if Harry Styles decided he was gonna rap, and then his album had Lil Baby, had Young Thug.
But he's not talented enough to do that.
How dare you speak on Harry Styles' name?
I'm just saying, he's not talented enough to go through that.
I wouldn't say talented. I would just say range.
Well, range. Like, I'm not saying he's not talented. He's not that talented.
Ooh.
Like, there's certain artists that can go through all genres and still make good music.
Shams Bomb.
They're more talented than somebody that can only stick in one genre. That's just the facts.
ESPN reporting. Inside the Philadelphia 76ers team meeting Monday amid 2-11 start in which a star challenged Joel Embiid.
Wow.
Tobin, were you in that meeting?
Woo!
Because I picture you calling. Hey, I tell you what your problem is. I'll tell you why you're 2'11", because you got a 7-foot guy that plays like he's 2 foot tall because he always laying on the ground.
The headline is sources. Tyrese Maxey challenges Joel Embiid in 76ers team meeting.
Oh,
juicy.
Hey, he is Mr. Energy too, so ain't much nobody gonna say to him.
Enjoy that, Caleb Martin. Sorry,
poor Caleb Martin. You leave for less money and you think you're gonna be on a good team.
Didn't he look like he missed Miami?
He did. No, he definitely did, JFig. He looked like he missed Miami. Everybody was hugging him. Everybody loved him. Spo was like, We're
Every
gonna
time
get
he finished a hug, it was just like regret in his face.
okay, Caleb. I gotta go now. No, just a little longer.
Just hold me.
I don't want to go back to Paul George.
Give him credit though; he hit my overs yesterday. So
well, he took advantage. I tell you one thing: he took advantage of tired Tyler Herro because Tyler had no legs in that first half, and he was getting blown by like a turnstile.
Hey, and you always know when it's coming. You know why? Because Tyler thinks he could play better defense if he get in that good defensive stance. He gets low. He gets low. Like,
all right, we'll get
you
more.
watch him. Next time you watch a game, watch him when he playing good defense and he moving around and he's got his legs under him, and watch him when he trying to play good defense.
Dade Sass says stories like that are basketball blue chew for Tobin. You're damn right they are. We'll take a break. We'll dive more and make fun of the Sixers, and we'll hear a little bit from Jimmy and Tyler after the game. Back after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. It is Tobin and Leroy here with you. We got a pair of tickets to give away to Papa Roach and Rise Against. JFig is going to reach into her bag of tickets and give those away. They're coming to I Think Financial Amphitheater in 2025, and we'll give those away before the end of the show. Got a mixed bag coming on up here in just a bit. Yesterday, the Miami Heat, they beat the holy hell out of the Sixers.
Yeah, they did.
Beat them down.
Pummeled them.
Heat were down 19 at one point, but then Spose played people who weren't tired, and it all turned around. The Sixers, I don't know what's going on with them, dude. I mean, they are a disaster. But Jimmy Butler, he gives them 30 in his return, got to the free throw line 13 times. He was an absolute menace. And Tyler Herro, he scored 18 points, 16 of them in the third quarter. And I believe they outscored him. Was it 35-14, Marcos? You remember what the exact difference was?
In the typically a third quarter, but yeah, I don't know if it was 35-14 exactly. That's very close. I know Tyler alone had 16.
It was, but they beat him by like 20. The margin was like 20 in the third quarter, and just took off.
By the way, we haven't mentioned it. We won't let you forget Duncan Robinson. We know what you did.
Oh, dude,
we know what you did. It was 35-16.
I knew that was a bad. I knew that was a bad decision as soon as I saw the lane. I was thinking to myself, it's gonna get a little too froggy. Just finger roll that thing, Dunks. And he tried to tomahawk it, and he tommed it.
About how long do you think jokes were made? Because it looked like they wanted to laugh, but they were a little supportive. It looked like they were supportive.
Well, he's gonna win Shaqtin' a Fool.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He's gonna win Shaqtin' a Fool this week. This we know, and it's unfortunate because that's I don't know.
I like his aggressiveness.
Me too. He had a beautiful
limitations.
He had a beautiful bucket off the window over Joel Embiid, but this one he had I mean, it was cleared for takeoff. But you need to be able to take off.
I mean, he is a tall dude. So
he is a tall dude.
That much.
Totally fair. But I don't.
The problem is he tried to take off too far.
Yeah.
Right? It's like sometimes Jimmy goes to dunk. He just does a gentle two-hand stuff.
I don't know. I don't know if I've ever seen him dunk. Has he dunked? He's had one dunked.
Oh, yeah.
Has he dunked?
In that fashion.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
It to the rim.
You know what? I'm gonna blame the road trip for poor Duncan. That's a back-to-back night. Now Shaqtin' a Fool don't care.
Oh yeah,
they don't put up the schedule on Shaqtin' a Fool. But Tyler's obviously had an amazing season. Ask Jimmy Buckets about Tyler's season after the game, Leroy, and this led to a little debate amongst Jimmy and Tyler about who is the best scorer on the team. Vibes were high.
Jimmy, you kind of alluded to Tyler, but, as many years as you've had with him, you're seeing the year that he's having. Have you seen improvements, growth? What have you seen from Tyler this year?
Yeah, I mean, he's a prolific scorer and can score on all levels. It's actually really impressive. But more than anything, I like the fact, and I think we all like the fact that he takes a challenge on defense more. Like he wants to guard somebody and then go down there and give them 30, 40, however many that may be. We want him to keep playing like that. We always have. He's without a doubt one of the best scorers on this team. I'm not going to say he is the best, but he can get a bucket. That's for damn sure. I beat you at one-on-one in training camp, so don't talk to me.
Don't say one of them. It's either one or...
Spo, who's 1A?
Who's 1B?
My boy.
Look at those two adorable rascals.
Hey, why Jimmy dressed like Prince in Purple Rain?
Okay, wait, I do like the red braids, though. I do like the red braids.
Yeah, but
listen,
he had to wear the black because the red didn't match the outfit.
That side of the locker room is very into their baggy pants, and I don't know. I don't know what that is. I don't know. Now they have good vibes. The Sixers. Storyline, ESPN, Shams. Tyrese Maxey calls out Joel Embiid in team meeting. Oh, yeah. Amid the 2-11 start that has them in last place in the Eastern Conference with their star trio of Joel Embiid, Paul George, and Tyrese Maxey yet to play together in a game, the Sixers held a team meeting on Monday after their 106-89 loss to the Heat. The loss to the Heat was the fourth in a row for the Sixers, sparking veteran Kyle Lowry to call for a team meeting, a much-needed heart-to-heart and call to action and urgency, sources told ESPN, in which both players and coaches held each other accountable and took fault for the start of the season. In the meeting, Tyrese Maxey challenged Embiid to be on time to team activities, calling out the former league MVP about being late, quote, for everything, and how it impacts the locker room from other players to coaching staff, sources briefed on the meeting told ESPN. Now here's the juice. Here's the load of crap. Maxey and Embiid have a close friendship and have a history of holding each other accountable, according to those sources around the team. Quote, Tyrese loves big fella, but this is an elephant in the room, a person involved in the meeting told ESPN. Players told 76ers coach Nick Nurse that they want to be coached harder, and the coaches in turn want the players to practice with a purpose and attention to detail. Embiid accepted the message sent in the meeting, but he stated that he is confused about what the Sixers are attempting to execute sometimes on the court.
Well, it's hard to execute anything with your big ass laying on the ground. Let's start there. I will tell you how these things go, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kyle goes over to Maxey. Hey, man, we're going to have a team meeting. And you the closest to big fella. You're going to have to call him out. Right?
Mm-hmm.
We can't call him out. We just got here or whatever. But y'all cool, and you got to hold him accountable. And that's how that goes. It wasn't a situation where he just went out. It was a situation where a group of guys wanted to go at him, but they didn't feel they had the place to go after him. So they recruited the only guy that could call him out. That's how it works. I
get you. Hey, I'm not arguing with you. I just think this is a terrible look from this team.
But here's the funny thing is that, is it going to turn around because of the meeting, or is it going to turn around when Maxey gets back?
I don't know.
See what I'm saying?
I don't know.
Because you replace Maxey. Think about this. You're going to replace Kyle Lowry with Maxey.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to change the dynamic of your team right away.
Maybe. But, like, it's not Maxey. I'm worried. I mean, like, if you told me, like, hey, the Sixers are going to have.
We all know. Everybody
knows. Like, if
everybody knows.
You know how embarrassing that is, though? Like, what is Maxey, 22? 23?
Everybody knows what the issue is on that team. It can bring in all the other superstars. They can pay veterans. They can bring it. All operates under what the hell is Joel Embiid going to do?
Well, here's the juicy thing, all right? If we could play a little pop psychologist here. So after the game, no, why don't do that. Don't dismiss me already.
These don't end well.
Well, after the game, all right, he was asked about Jimmy Butler. Joel Embiid was, right? And we know Joel, he loves Jimmy Butler. Oh, my goodness. He loves him some Jimmy Butler, right, Leroy?
Yep.
So one has to wonder because, I mean, the media's waiting around for an hour. Joel Embiid, he's getting called out. Mind you, he's probably, I know how this Joel Embiid thinks, right? He's like, I played sick. I played through something. And you guys are being mean to me. Boo! I know exactly how this guy's thinking, all right? Nobody needs to tell me. But he was asked about Jimmy Butler after the game. And Joel Embiid, I mean, the love he was given to Jimmy Buckets after this, I mean, now that we know, a chewing out from his teammates. Could be something.
You know, commanding, you know, while being on the floor. You know, both sides of the floor. You know, one of the best players in the league. Probably top 5. Probably the best, actually. Best player in the league. So, I mean, you gotta, you know, he's hard. It's hard to guard. You know, it takes a whole team. And, you know, I thought he did a good job of, you know, like I said, just finding a way to, either score or make a play for the teammates, and they did knock down, shots, in those positions. So, like I said, amazing basketball player.
Wow. Jimmy Butler might be the best player in the league. Right after all of your team fawning over him. The one that got away. And Joel Embiid's now got all his teammates being meanies to him.
At the right price.
Hey.
Interesting.
Grow up, Peter Pan.
What?
Grow up, Peter Pan.
What do you mean? Are you talking about Joel?
Joel Embiid, he is accustomed to call
Peter Pan.
He's been the one to always call people out. His ass got called out. So what?
He does call people out. You're right about that.
That's
very busy Twitter
goes.
fingers.
Right. That's how it goes. So he got to eat it. He knows what part of that is accurate. Now, I will say this. If somebody called him out, you notice it wasn't about his play. So he can't talk about being hurt. It was about him being all there.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? So the players know. It ain't the players calling him out for what happened on the court.
Oh, you mean something like showing up hung over from a weekend in Miami to practice on the day before? And then is like, I'm just putting two and two together, right? He had an illness. And then all of a sudden, dude, magic elixir, bang, he's going to give it a go.
If Jimmy and Joel were on the same team, would they play 40 games together?
I don't remember what they did that year. I mean, the younger Jimmy, obviously.
Yeah, but you see what I'm saying?
This guy hasn't shut up about Jimmy Butler since he's left.
It happens. It happens. It happens. Like, it don't mean you can't move on.
Hey, Maxey, I'm telling you right now, dude, watch it.
Maxey he ain't got nothing to worry about.
I don't know, dude. Hey,
nothing to worry about.
Neither. Nobody ever think they have anything. But let me tell you something. The next time they fall short in a series, I'm going to tell you, if Maxey shoots anything under 50%, old big fella over there, he is a certified bus driver, and he loves backing that thing up.
If Maxey's shooting under 50%, is because Joel Embiid is trying to shoot threes.
Yeah, but either way, it doesn't matter. Joel Embiid has thrown every teammate under the bus that he has had.
Except Jimmy.
And
Tyrese. He haven't done it to Tyrese
yet. You said the key word there. The biggest short word, Leroy. Yet.
The what?
What? How about those Heat vibes, huh?
No. What the hell did you just say?
What did you say?
See. You know what you said? The biggest short word?
What?
What does that even mean?
It's a big word for me, dog.
Yet? They ain't too many smaller.
We'll take a break. Mix things up coming up next.
Men, it's the holidays.
You probably think that you are better now.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. Whiskey Stars and Cigars is tomorrow, presented by WQAM and Edmore Sawgrass Automall. You guys can talk sports with the WQAM staff. We'll all be there. Our Silly Sauce Brigade, anybody who is there, come say hello. Frogboy loves selfies. So, get on over there, everybody. It is at Tabacone Cigars and Spirits at Plantation Walk. Enjoy a sample of Aberfeldy 12-year-old single malt Scotch whiskey and a cigar from Dru Estate. That is this Wednesday at Tabacone Cigars and Spirits in Plantation Walk. It's presented by Edmore Sawgrass Automall, your 2023 Dealer of the Year. Sponsored by the main man. There's nobody better to help you flip your biz and cash out big than the main man. And by the injury law firm of Cohen and Judah, where a partner handles every single case. Call 866-FAIR-FEE. Let's get to the mixed bag, huh? The mixed bag is brought to you by Joel Embiid's Tears.
Ah, yes. The perfect mixer for my mint julep that I'll be having tomorrow.
Are you going to have a mint julep?
I really
like Jerry
want to try
Jones?
it.
Never tried it. So
I'm telling you, it's a redneck mojito.
I mean, I like that so far. I thought it was gonna be worse. When it's, I don't like mint and chocolate. I don't like mint and ice cream.
It's
so
different, Marcos.
yeah, no, this is different. This is different because I don't mind me a mojito.
Yeah, I would say a mojito's a little sweeter, but the mint is like the thing, That's what they like going on there.
All right.
Chris says, no, it is not. That sounds like somebody feel judged. All right. A little sensitive, huh, there, Chris? What do you got in the mixed bag today, Marcos?
I don't know, man. You tell me, dude. You tell me. You were there in person. I want to know if I should feel anything for this upcoming Marlins season. What I have to open up the mixed bag is a little bit of audio from Bruce Sherman and Peter Bendix.
The Shermanator.
We're going to start with some Peter Bendix as he has a message for the fans. Very interested in hearing this message. Pete.
We're determined to win also. We want to win really soon. We want to win for a long time. We want to build something that is successful every single year, year in and year out. I think Clayton can be the right leader for that.
How far? All right. I hope that he is.
At least for 2 years.
Yeah, until like you give him a decent team and he's like, oh, we're going to make some moves. Nah, get out of here, Clayton. You're not on the same page as us.
Yeah.
Tate's house is his voice is just so annoying. It's fair. He's got a tough voice. I mean, I will say that is the voice of somebody who does know baseball. I don't know. Like,
he knows. It sounds like he knows computer baseball.
But computer baseball has worked. It has worked. He comes from a good organization. I don't have any faith in these guys anymore. Like this is the what round of people running the organization since Bruce Sherman's
you said something that worries me, but I understand.
Mm-hmm.
And it has to do with the message is the same, but the delivery is not as smug.
Oh,
and that is what Sherman had to say.
He was a little smug yesterday, though. He upped his smugness, I felt like. And he was saying this thing in his opening statement at the press conference. And he's like looking around the room, right? And, and he's like, I'll just let you hear it. And you tell me if you hear the thing that like made me kind of go, ugh. Because that was my reaction. I was like, that's what you're going with, dude?
Continue to get better every day. There's some fans here. We're all fans. Besides employees and observers and media, and I'm really excited. I've never seen the organization do what it's doing now. Most people don't see it on the outside, but the amount of focus and the amount of talent that we're bringing to the front office is enormous. We're not only bringing numbers of people, high quality people, we're bringing new technology to the front office, we're bringing improvements to the clubhouse. We're spending a lot of money and a lot of effort in things that you don't see. So we're really happy as an ownership group to be bringing that to the city of Miami and all of South Florida. So with that, I'm really excited about Clayton, and I'm going to turn it over to Peter and Clayton. Thank you.
Sorry, I know I was a little bit late there to the party. Sorry, Bruce.
Why is everybody wearing the same suit?
I don't know, maybe team colors or something.
So there wasn't really anything. There wasn't. I know what part got you.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing a lot of things you don't see.
And spending money.
And spending money.
We're spending a lot of money on things people don't see. I'm like, all
so
right,
here's what I would say. I would say that there's nothing wrong with building a good infrastructure.
Of course not.
And a good support system before you go out and bring the actual product in, right? That being said, the money that you would spend to win indoors is not going to be anything close to what you have to spend outdoors to win games. And if you never do that, you're going to have a problem winning. And every other owner has said the same thing.
I'm really like, I don't get hung up on the payroll stuff as much as everybody else is, because like they're not going to hang with payroll in a division with the Braves, Mets, and Phillies. It's just never going to happen.
Correct.
But I have just been. I was talking about this with somebody last night. Like, I can't remember the last time the Marlins were able to draft and/or trade. I guess Jazz kind of, but Jazz was always hurt, and he never really put together a monster season. You know, like a full season. He either have a great first half and then he was gone. I am struggling to think of the time where I was like, I am pumped about these guys all the time. They've had pitchers. They've had great pitchers.
Mm-hmm.
But, man, it's been too long to have that guy every day you're excited to watch. And then, like, if you're going to come out with Xavier Edwards and Norby, and I hope so, but I don't know. Like, you know, and I think that's the thing.
Never had the last surefire guy that everybody said, oh, he's going to be a player. Would have to be Yelich, right?
Yelich, Stanton, Ozuna, yeah.
And Ozuna, right. And you didn't even keep those guys. And the reasonings behind it, and keep in mind, when Yelich left, he wasn't making a whole lot of money. I know Stanton was.
And they blew that trade. Like that was supposed to be the gold mine. You trade a guy like that at his age with that cheap a contract, you're supposed to like, and they didn't hit anybody. It's not as bad as the Miguel Cabrera trade, but it's arguable. Like,
and so here's the thing. The way I see the Marlins is they're afraid to spend money because every time they get one of these prospects or draft a player that ends up getting to the point that you want them to get to, you trade them before you have to pay them. And the guys you bring in are never any good. And so at some point, you got to change one of the two things.
Look, I don't know what AI Peter Bendix has got rolling up there in that front office that they're spending all this money that they're proud of spending off the field that we don't see. But give me some fun players to watch, dude. Come on, like, let's go. Enough already.
Here's the deal. The money that you would spend, again, in the front office would barely get you an average player. So what are we talking about?
Yeah, for sure.
So if you say I spent $10 million in infrastructure and facilities and whatever, like that don't even get you that doesn't even get you an everyday player.
Look, you could run a deli and have the best meat slicer, but if you don't have quality meat, you're gonna go out of business.
Yeah, okay, all right. That one, you hit on it. It was much better than that last one.
Tiptoe down the sidelines.
Yes. After review, the runner remain inbounds.
What else you got for us, Marcos?
Well, wait. Don't know if you saw this. Post Malone headlining Coachella this year.
Really? With
who? That means we're gonna see 17 artists.
3 are going to be the main headliners. He's probably going to close out the show.
No.
But
I'm saying his part of the show going to have 17 artists.
I can't tell. Is this a real quote?
No, it's it says that apparently there's one of 3 main acts for Coachella, which likely means he'll close out the whole thing. But don't worry, Tobin. If you want an opportunity to speak to him, this kicks off his big ass stadium tour. Apparently, he'll be in Miami, Florida, June 8th. But unfortunately, no jelly roll according to this. He will not be.
Well, Jelly Roll's going to be in Tortuga anyway, so you're fine.
There you go. You have an opportunity to, but that's not in the mixed bag. Tobin, enough of your obsession.
I didn't. What?
Jesus.
Which, by the way, after the show yesterday, I get an email saying that our station's giving out Post Malone tickets, and I just thought it was perfect timing.
Look at that.
You're trolling me, Jennifer.
I promise you, I got the email.
Yeah, but after
troll your boat.
Papa Roach first. Yesterday I did see something. An article came out. The numbers are officially out. Paul versus Tyson. Want to know how much they made at the gate, gentlemen?
Go ahead.
13 million.
$18.1 million.
That's a lot
highest
of money
for a fighting event outside of Vegas, and the 9th highest sporting event gate in the history of ticketed events.
Not very surprised by that. That is
surprise indeed. Unfortunately, the damage is continuing to be done with this whole Jake Paul thing, though. Did you guys see who was actually chirping at Jake Paul yesterday?
Who isn't chirping at Jake Paul?
It seems to be everybody wants a piece of that pie. Better Beeve offers a title shot to Jake Paul. Is that something?
How do you say his name?
Artur Beterbiev?
Artur Beterbiev.
What?
What? Wait. I was like, I'm more than sure that's not how you say that.
He's the light heavyweight champion.
Yeah, didn't he recently fight?
He fought Bivol. Probably got the generous nod, if I'm honest.
That's what I'm saying. I think
if I'm honest, I think Bivol probably should have won that fight.
That's something you're interested in seeing, or you're just completely over this?
I got to be honest with you. I think
he'd get pummeled.
I think the greatest thing about Jake Paul is I think he has to start putting himself in harm's way.
If he wants people to be like, if you want to break the Tyson record, then yeah, you do. Then yes, you have to put yourself in harm's way. But I got to be honest with you, dude. I find it nearly embarrassing from these boxers that are all like, I'll fight. I'm like, dude, you're the lineal light heavyweight champion of the world. Daniel Dubois has a piece of the heavyweight title outside of Usyk. Like, you guys need to go pick a fight with Jake Paul because you know that you'd kick his ass instead of a 60-year-old Mike Tyson. Like, I would hope so. You know what I mean? I understand the check is huge, and that's why everybody's doing it.
Here's what I don't get. You know, it's called prize fighting, right?
Mm-hmm.
You fight for money. That's your.
But you're a champ. But Leroy, you're also. But there also is.
Yeah, but here's why this.
There also has to be a standard.
But here's why that is
honor.
It's possible because where you fight or box won't make you as much money as if you fight in Looney Tunes.
And if
that's a crime.
Yeah, okay. That's
so
fine.
It's not their fault.
It actually is. Like, if you're not that big of a draw, that's on you. Not every fighter deserves to make $30 million. If people don't want to watch you, people don't want to watch you.
Okay.
But the idea that you got to go. The idea that if you're a standing champion right now, like if Andre Ward wants to do it, you've done everything there is to do, and he wants to come out of retirement and do it. I get that. Okay. Deontay Wilder, you've done everything there is to do in the sport. Cool. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, plus, you need a little comeback because you've been getting
right. Like, you want something like fine. If you're the reigning, defending 4-belt champion of the sport, and you're like, I'll fight Jake Paul. Come on, dude. Go fight. How about you? Why don't you do me a favor, Beterbiev? Go put a better performance against Bivol, okay? Because you got away scot-free with that. And Daniel Dubois, like, come on, dude. How about you do this? Do me a little favor. Fury, Usyk, put your mind on them, all right? You already got your ass kicked by Usyk. So stop worrying about Jake Paul. You should be able to beat Jake Paul. It's like, when this stuff happens, I'm like, all right. Especially the guys who are like his size, you know? Like, even like Gervonta Davis. I'm like, all right. So, like, the little man's got to go in there. The wee man's got to go in there with his uppercuts to go fight Jake Paul. Like, are you guys really this upset about Jake Paul? or are you guys just trying to get that cash?
They're trying. It's called prize fighting, right? The only reason why they have the belts is because you get more money when you fight with the belt. Okay? If they didn't have to have the belt and pay these organizations a bit of their money and they could go make similar money doing Looney Tunes, they would do Looney Tunes.
Yeah, but nobody knows who they
prize
are.
Fighting.
Nobody knows like who really like hit, unless you're just like, hey, this guy might fight Jake Paul, who will kill him. Like that's the attraction. They don't really care about seeing Better Biev fight. You don't really get to know how good Better Biev is. You don't really get to know how good Dubois is.
Right. But again, the Jake Paul thing wouldn't be, nobody would care until they start showing the numbers that he gets from these fights. And and guess what? Him and 58-year-old Mike Tyson drew better than some of the championship fights you've seen in recent history.
Of course. But Mike Tyson's one of the biggest pay-per-view stars of all time.
Okay. So clearly, as much as you want to hate on Jake Paul, as much as a lot of people are over his act, what he is doing is getting people paid.
Yeah, but here's the thing. You guys also aren't watching like all the other stuff. They're not doing monster numbers like this. I agree with like the thought process of, yeah, the Jake Paul thing had a factor in it for sure. But I think a lot of it had to do with Tyson. Okay. Like Tyson has a piece of sports culture and pop culture that spans generations.
Here's what's the amazing thing about Tyson is. It's been 20 years since he won a fight.
Yeah.
And still, people got excited to see him back in the ring. There's not a bunch of people. And furthermore, with all the stuff that he went through at the end of his career, to still have people clamoring to see him in a ring is even more amazing. So he's a one-of-a-kind deal.
I think
that is more unique than I guess any of us thought.
Yeah. Anything else, Froggy?
No, but you're pronouncing that wrong, by the way. It's Daniel Dubois. Sorry, I'll see myself out. I wanted that 4 minutes ago. I apologize.
-1.
I just didn't like that.
Well, we got we have something that has come across my wire, and we could just file this under the old Tobes was right category. We'll get to that coming up next. Welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you. Leroy, you want a weather update from the Demesman and Dover Law Firm. Demesman and Dover. YourAccentAttorneys.com. Free consultations 24/7. Call them at 866-954-MORE.
All right, just getting a little looky-loo at a plane going by. Gotta tell you, it's partly cloudy. Some mix of sun and clouds. Doesn't look like there's much of a chance for rain, but it's Florida. Who knows? It's right around 80 degrees, maybe just a little bit above 80 degrees. And the winds are coming ever so slightly out of the east-southeast because I just saw a plane go over my head.
How you do, Froggy?
The winds are coming out of the east-southeast at 13 miles per hour, just like you said. Currently 83 cloudy skies. Temperatures are going to drop to a low of 68 tonight. Leroy said it. Tomorrow you can expect temperatures of 53 for the next couple of days.
Wow. By the way, it's hard. I know you never say to look ahead, but it's hard for me not to look ahead of the weather.
Yeah.
I'm looking lows on Wednesday, low of 33 with snow in Green Bay. And the next day there's just a wind emoji with 28 as the low.
Oh no.
Hey, dude, it's almost December.
I know, dude.
What the hell? What do you once you get above, once you go north, it's all gonna look like that. Dude. All the trees just look like sticks in the air, no leaves.
These people moon you in this weather?
Huh?
These people moon you in that weather?
Oh yeah, they don't care. They're all
all right. Do you want to do Leroy was right or Tobin was right? First.
Leroy was right.
You want to do Leroy was right, JFig?
Yeah.
Was I right at any point?
No.
Not me this time.
No. You can't be the hype man and be right.
You slandered.
It ain't your thought.
You slandered Dru Smith. He had a career game.
All right, not me this time.
The New York Jets have fired general manager Joe Douglas.
Yeah, Hey,
Woody Johnson.
Organization wrecker.
Woody Johnson. Today, I informed Joe Douglas he will no longer serve as the general manager of the New York Jets. I want to thank Joe for his commitment to the Jets over the last 6 years and wish him and his family the best moving forward. Phil Savage will be the interim general manager for the remainder of the season.
We know Phil Savage.
We will begin. That's the Phil Savage?
Yes.
Phil Savage.
He was with Belichick.
Will serve as the interim general manager for the remainder of the season. We will begin the process to identify a new general manager immediately.
Phil Savage was, remember we used to have him on because he used to run the combine.
Right, Senior Bowl.
Senior Bowl. Yeah, but he was with me in Cleveland.
Yeah, he writes the almanac every year, doesn't he?
He was with me in Cleveland.
Wow.
Nerd. Right, the almanac every year.
Don't say that. It's a great resource. People needed almanacs back in the day. The Amish love an almanac.
Oh, an almanac. Yeah, it's whip out the encyclopedias while we're at it. Jeez,
well, congratulations, Leroy. You've nailed the demise of the New York Jets.
Dude,
that's a big
think about this. Think about this.
Poor Vlad.
Let's put this in perspective. There are probably 10 or 15 teams who would kill for a quarterback. And the team that had him was so done that they basically said, we'll take our chances with the young guy.
Man.
When quarterback is the hardest position to find.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? Like, okay. And he's 40.
40, dude.
Wait a minute. He is.
Did this guy draft Darnold? He did, didn't he?
6 years ago. No, was it Zach Wilson?
Well, he definitely drafted Zach Wilson. I know that.
Right.
But did he also draft Darnold? I'm not sure if that was him or the
maybe.
guy before him.
Maybe.
See.
Yeah, Joe Douglas was the general manager in 2018 when they drafted Sam Darnold. Yeah, well, then in retrospect, kind of took too long to get this done, didn't it?
That's tough.
I'm just saying, like,
Oh.
I think, I don't want to say this, but I kind of feel this way, that if they would have still had Zach Wilson, they wouldn't have fired anybody.
Probably not.
Because basically, since you have this investment at quarterback, you're just making an assumption there's no way this team should be this damn bad.
For sure.
You see what I mean?
Rob Saleh and him can go have a nice dinner, and they can go mother bleep Aaron Rodgers for ruining their career.
Unless one of them didn't want him.
That's true.
See, that's the dynamic of this whole thing.
We'll
Because
find out.
they got the same situation in Cleveland. Right? Everybody in Cleveland said they should clean house with Matthew Berry and Kevin Stefanski.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, but what if the owner
Overruled
wanted
him.
Deshaun Watson? Then what do you do?
Billionaires are usually accountable.
They don't have to be.
Oh man.
Because they got a whole bunch of got to stay hydrated, champ, with them.
That is.
That is.
Well, speaking of that speech, that was in the Calais Campbell victory speech. You have that, Marcos? Do we have Calais Campbell after the game the other day as the Miami Dolphins beat the Las Vegas Raiders, and Calais Campbell, man's man, leader of the team, gave a victory speech afterwards. Here he was.
We got 24 hours to feel good, then it's back to work. Because we dug ourselves a big ass hole. We got a lot of work to do. We ain't this yet. We still hungry. Family on three. 1, 2, 3. Family.
Wow. Well, I made a claim last week, and that was not to disparage the king, LeBron James, who I have a lot of respect for. But I said that I find what Calais Campbell is doing at his age as impressive, if not more impressive, than what LeBron James is doing at his age. And now I have a co-signer. Yesterday on the Rat McAfee show, who's your feel you gonna fire Aaron? Punting. They had on Miami Dolphins star Dru Smith. And Dru Smith, wouldn't you know it, had a little quotey quote to Rat McAfee in which he said, quote, he's like the LeBron James of the NFL as far as his age and his production. One of my favorite teammates of all time, the best leader I've been around, good dude, good person, deserves everything that's coming to him.
Wow.
Are you not amazed?
Okay.
Come on, give me a point. Leroy, come on. You got it.
No.
Come on, little point. Come on.
No.
Little point, baby. Come on, give me a point.
No. 24 hours ago, we didn't give a rat's ass what Dru Smith had to say. And now all of a sudden, you
wow. Pause up. Pause up.
Now, me personally, I've always talked about the impact of Dru Smith. So, but I'm just saying, nobody cares about Dru Smith. Now all of a sudden, you're on Pat McAfee.
Another category of another day. Right now, we're talking about Old Tobe's take, which has now gone national.
So stupid.
Wow, it's not stupid. It's not stupid.
Look at the top.
It's
You
so
crawled so Dru Smith can walk.
It's true. I took the arrows for that take from Leroy, and then he goes, whatever you say, Dru. Punting.
Four straight triple doubles.
Pretty good. Do they play tonight?
Mm-hmm.
I think they do. We're watching Cavs Celtics.
Oh
tonight,
wait,
yeah?
did the Heat play a cup game?
No, cup games are only Tuesday, Fridays. That's why the Heat are off so much.
Hey. It's tonight. Okay. Never mind.
Yeah.
I thought yesterday was Tuesday. My bad.
He was about to be angry.
Yelling at me.
Hey, you know what day it is?
It is.
I was getting ready to say, was it yesterday Tuesday?
Yeah, I was confused too. That affects my betting.
The Lakers host the Jazz. All right. LeBron James has his 5th straight triple-double.
Go.
Jazz suck.
Jazz do suck. What?
Larry Markkinen was definitely like when he signed that extension, he goes, just got to suck it up for 1 year.
Yes, essentially.
1 year, I'll be in Golden State or Miami. 1 year. But I'm going to guarantee this 250.
Definitely. Good business move. Gotta admit.
It is good business. This is what everybody's doing now. They're like,
yeah.
All right, well, instead of going to free agent.
Yeah, because here's what happens. The bad team is the only team that's going to give you a max contract.
Yep.
So get your money and then demand to be traded.
They'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
Lowry, make a stink.
I mean, we don't need Mark.
No. I'm just saying, like, but he probably thought, oh yeah, Jazz. We were kind of sneaky good last. They suck this year. Oof. Take a break. Good games tonight, by the way. You got Wemby playing tonight against the Thunder, although they don't have Chet. Chet's hurt. He broke his hip.
Oh, he broke his hip.
Yeah, he like hurt his hip really bad. He's out for weeks.
Well, that's what happens when you're made. That windsock doesn't have hips.
And then probably the game of the night, Cavs Celtics.
Yeah.
Cavs looking to go to 16-0. Take a break. Back after this.
WQ.
Every day when you're walking down the street, and everybody that you meet.
The hell is that?
Hey, what a wonderful kind of day. That's Arthur, man. You never watch Arthur, Leroy? What? You act like you were an adult when that came out.
Aardvark, dude. That's JFig, the Aardvark.
JFig, the Aardvark.
So wait, no. That's after my time as a kid.
Yeah, for sure. You were definitely an adult at that time.
Yeah.
If you were watching Arthur, I'd be concerned.
Where did the Arthur meme come from with the fist? Like,
Oh
you
my
were-
god! So we just found out the origin story because
Yeah.
apparently Jimmy catches up with
Yeah.
this.
Jimmy watches this every night, apparently.
Every
watches-
night to go to sleep. He watches
Arthur,
Arthur,
yeah.
and he told us why the whole meme came about. So apparently DW was
His sister.
Yes, his sister. I thought it was the other girl, actually. Whatever.
Nah.
Anyway, they told her, do not touch this. And
Mhm.
what did she do? She went ahead and she touched whatever Arthur told her not to touch.
That's right.
So then what happened? He got very upset and he hit her.
He punched her in the face, too.
Wow. He punched his sister right in the face?
Punched his baby
Yes, and then
sister in the
apparently
face.
something happened with the mom.
This is a great cartoon for learning.
Right? That's what I told
love it.
Jimmy. And then Jimmy was talking about other past
Yeah.
traumas or something. I don't
Jimmy
know.
almost punched JFig. I had
He
to get him out of the
almost punched
studio.
me.
He gets angry. Arthur.
And then I
bad
told
influence.
him to not touch the computer anymore, so I almost punched him.
Yeah, it's a lot of violence going on.
Man, that's crazy, dude.
Wouldn't be a problem if they had fixed the issue.
Still working on that.
Exactly. I'm still in
Any
here.
minute now, they're going to fix it.
And
I
I'm
promise.
trying to log into something else.
Here's the amazing thing.
Yeah.
Why does it look like you and JFig are sitting in different rooms, and I know you're sitting right next to each other?
The light is facing me. That's why. You know, she doesn't like the light. So
I don't like the
light is facing
I
me.
actually pointed it more.
Why are
My-
you like a vampire?
Yeah. And another problem is, and this is my fault.
because he just got a 10. He came back from Mexico.
I'm beautifully golden, and she's just like a pale vampire. or something
beautifully
like that.
pale.
Golden
I
Corral.
happen to look like the complexion of a not yet ripe mango, and she's like a ghost or something. I don't know. That's my fault.
Going and getting all tanned up and coming back to
You know
work.
what? Some of us don't have that luxury.
Yeah.
That used to happen in college up north when people would go on spring break and they go somewhere fun and you're stuck in the snow.
Except that it's not spring break and it's November.
It's in spring though.
Close enough.
You know,
Closer than
whatever.
you think.
Closer than you think.
It's not.
Well, it's close to Christmas break. Same thing. People that went from down south and went up to Michigan come home and get a tan.
Panthers are back on the ice tonight, by the way, against the Winnipeg Jets. Puck drops at 8 o'clock. You guys can hear that right here.
Home and home.
60 WQAM. The Marlins introduced Clayton McCullough as their new manager yesterday. Best of luck, dude.
Great.
If Clay McCullough came and slapped me in the face right now, I would say I got hit by an intangible. I have no idea who it was.
No idea what happened.
Yeah.
Is he? Am I supposed to believe though that he's gonna be like better than Skip? Skip won, like, you know.
I don't know.
Manager of the year.
Mookie Betts says he's the best coach he's ever had. You take Mookie Betts' word for it?
Only if Mookie Betts comes with him.
Hey, I'll take Mookie Betts.
Hey, only you know what makes him the best coach? Mookie Betts.
So can we
What's
trade
his real
with-
name? His real name ain't Mookie.
That's a good question.
His real
Marcus-
name,
Marcus
Lynn.
Right. Nobody calls the
E.
kid Mookie.
Mookie.
Like, yeah. Like, that's I have uncles to this day who have lived and died, and I still not know their real name because everybody called them by nickname.
He's good.
We
You
had
got 3 rings now, Mookie?
a Poochie. Everybody got a June bug. Right? Everybody got I don't
Tiny.
know about
You got a tiny.
no, because my dad had everybody in my dad's side of the family were giants.
Yeah, but no, they do that like sarcastically.
Yeah. But no, check this out. So I had an uncle, right, that would ride his 10-speed from Hattiesburg, Mississippi, all the way to our house, stay with us for like 2 weeks, and just eat up all our food and then get on his bike and drive back.
How far is that ride?
100 100 miles, maybe a little less.
I think he had a calling that he never necessarily. This guy
He was also like 6'8".
Huh.
On a 10 speed. Not the cool ones you see on the side of the road now.
Yeah.
Like the old busted up cheap ones.
Bikes. After a while, my butt hurts. Just can't do those Tour de France things.
Because you're not meant to pedal, dude. You're meant to hop.
That's fair. That's fair.
Wait, not that dancing frog though. Hello, my darling. Hello, my honey. Hello, my sunshine girl.
Let's give away those Papa Roach and Rise Against tickets right now. JFig, what caller number should we go with today?
I'm going to pick a number. Caller number 10.
Caller number 10. Caller 10 to 305-567-0560. Caller 10.
Why would you create more work for you and Marcos?
No, it's not for me. It's for Marcos.
Yeah, it's mainly for
Caller 10 to 305-567-0560 is going to win those Papa Roach Rise Against tickets. They're coming to the I Think Financial Amphitheater in 2025. And now is your chance to go see them. Keep listening all week. We got more of those. It's a Live Nation show. But caller 10 to 305-567-0560. Hit that break there, Papa Croak.
Damn, he's good.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, let's get Yank, Marcos. Put this puppy on channel 3, dude. Let's do it.
Oh, okay.
Throw some Calais Campbell in there, dude.
Oh, I should, right? Let's do it.
This is Alice VJ or DJ or whatever. You think I'm better off alone?
Oh, it could be uplifting. Watch, this is it with the speech now. Here it comes.
We got 24 hours to feel good, then it's back to work.
Yeah, Liz.
Because we dug ourselves a big ass hole. We got a lot of work to do. We ain't this yet. We still hungry. Family on 3. 1, 2, 3. Family.
Tell me you're not going to go on a win streak with that.
Hey, so I was sitting here. I was sitting here getting ready. I look outside and I see the lawn guy running with the weed whacker and Dre chasing him.
Why did you not get a video of that? Come on.
Because he was terrified. I didn't want him to weed whack the dog.
Oh, absolutely.
Wow, that's great. Yeah,
because the lawn guys come and Drake had opened up the doors.
I think we actually have Dre mic'd up after going after the lawnmower guy.
We still hungry.
Oh man, I'm excited about tonight. I don't know what time it is, but I think the Dolphins are releasing Mike McDaniel mic'd up during the game. That's good.
Why?
That was almost a very scary
How long
sentence.
do you think?
Why not? What do you mean? Why?
Would be?
For the way he talks,
yeah,
he's relatively mellow on the sidelines.
I know. Well, I don't. We do have him freaking out over spiking the ball.
I mean, but no.
What do you mean?
He doesn't ever react like Spo.
Well, I mean, nobody does. Spo lost his damn mind.
There is no guy who has been more aggressive letting officials know about the travel.
Oh yeah, he doesn't know about it though. I still can't believe that. I can't believe he had a meltdown like that. He's still bothered by it. I know when he's doing his crunches in the morning, he's thinking about it.
Crunches?
Yeah,
that's gonna haunt him forever.
Oh yeah,
we're gonna be over it.
Especially when he operates and does business in a place that has our show.
You think next year media day will be too soon to bring it up? Do we just avoid it, right? We don't.
Well, he denied this. Me and Tobin was sitting in front of him doing this.
We were all there, Leroy.
Yeah.
I think it depends, Marcos. If he's wearing another championship ring, I think all bets are off. We can ask him whatever he wants. If they stunk up the joint all year, perhaps not. I don't know. We'll have to test the waters a little bit with that one.
Fair. Good call.
We'll see what happens.
Or when the guy tells us time's up, can we go? I'm gonna call it timeout. He goes, "You don't have one of those. Neither did Spo. It didn't stop him."
So you want to give sass to the PR department?
I got it all planned out already.
I wonder how well that would work out.
No, he's feeling good yesterday, man. I know that. You want to know why? Because nothing puts a pep in Spo's step like a Dru Smith game.
Like an intangible. When he activates all the intangibles, he loves nothing more to say, you guys just look at the stats. But the impact that he is making are far beyond the stats.
When Chris Quinn sees him skipping down the hallway, he goes, "Why are you such a good mood, Spo?" He goes, "I Dru Smithed him."
It's Dru Smith Day.
I Dru Smithed him. He goes,
"Here's the problem."
He goes, "What was the matchup that you saw there?" He goes, "We just played the guys who were off for 2 weeks. They weren't tired."
Here's the problem, though. The most important stat is the score. So at some point, you're going to have to have enough of that to win.
They scored fine yesterday, though.
No, yesterday. That's fine yesterday. But when he says that same line about somebody else, when they lose by 20, it has a different.
Yeah, but there haven't been a bunch of ass kickings this year.
No, they haven't. Just Denver.
Yeah, Denver, I didn't feel great about. I mean, that stupid guy, so good, 63%.
Without even like trying, right? He never looks like he's trying.
Nope. Ridiculous, that guy. On the other hand, Joel Embiid. Why does Joel Embiid always look like he's trying to fall over and give you no production?
He's trying to get a foul, even when he's by himself.
Did he try and leave yesterday in the middle of the game? Like at one point, did he go into he looked like he was trying to go to the tunnel with 7 minutes left.
It was very, very weird. Like you could tell he was sick because he was like flopping extra. There was one like weird, like very horrible on the ground foul that they called that he tried to turn into a shot from like 3. I remember Bam looking at him like, "What are you doing? Like, what is this even?"
Bam was like, Bam was like, what is this guy doing? But Bam, that was the first game I think Joel Embiid hasn't had a free throw since 2018. That's crazy, dude.
That is crazy, actually.
Well, that's what happens when you hang out at the 3-point line.
Wild. He stinks. Why would you believe in that team?
Well, you think Joel Embiid stinks? Then he'd take him in a heartbeat.
For who?
Now you want to play that game, you jackass.
Now
you want to play that game.
Okay.
Every time you want to bring, every time you want to bring new people in.
Why are you lashing out? Well, I'm just asking you a simple question. I'm asking you a question.
Every time you talk about bringing somebody else in, and I ask that question, now you're asking it?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. So you don't think they would trade for him then?
The way they like bigs? Absolutely.
They do like bigs? You could fool me by Erik Spoelstra's. You got to be.
They don't like young players. They like bigs.
You can't aggressively eat your tapioca and think that's the way you could shut down something. You brought it up and then you got mad that I wanted to have the conversation continue. It was a very odd thing you just did.
Let me explain to you what happened.
The old love tapioca.
Are you eating tapioca?
No, there was this much ice cream in it.
You're eating ice cream?
Yes. Here's why.
140.
Because in order to get the dog in the house, I just waved the little ice cream thing. And then when he ran into the house, I looked in there. I'm like, might as well top that off.
Why does he know that the ice cream thing? Like, how often does he eat ice cream? That he's like,
never.
Smells it or something.
Never. But he just likes the container. And he waved
like all then they had to do was bring me coffee, and then he surprised me.
I do want to explore this for a second, though. You would really. What does Joel Embiid have left on his deal, Marco?
No, I asked you these. Well, no, we're not doing this.
Why? You're the one who brought it up.
No, you bring up stuff like this all the time, trades and stuff like that. And then
I've been very firm. I'm not a Joel Embiid guy. I have not wanted Joel Embiid.
That's fine, but
I've never wanted Joel Embiid in the history of the show.
I only brought it up.
You said they'd take him in a second.
You think if Pat Riley could get Joel Embiid, he wouldn't get him?
I don't know, dude. If Joel Embiid has what? 100, 200. How much money is on his contract?
192.
192 million over 3 years.
Yeah.
192 million over a guy who invents new injuries. Hold on.
Now you're talking about fiscal responsibility?
Hold on. He gets paid $70 million a year. He's never been to the conference finals. He invents new injuries to have, and he shows up late to everything. You take that?
Let me ask you a question. Has this ever stopped you from wanting?
It has stopped me with him. It has stopped me with him.
It didn't stop you from Jimmy.
Yeah, but Jimmy's obviously a guy who plays very hard. He doesn't make excuses. You can say what you want about Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler does not make excuses.
I have nothing against Jimmy playing basketball. I really don't. Nothing. Never said I had a problem with Jimmy playing basketball. But every time you come in here making whale noises or whatever, I bring up the question, if you bring somebody in, somebody's got to go. And you never want to deal with it.
The question I'm asking, though. I'm asking, would you genuinely want to trade for this guy?
I said the way Pat Riley loves bigs. Yeah,
Pat Riley also hates laziness, dude.
I know. Dude, I just think they would jump at it. He think they can fix people. I know you wouldn't. I'm not sure I would either. But for you to all of a sudden ask me who am I going to get rid of is laughable.
There's two
because
guys.
Every time I ask you that, you just dismiss it and keep going.
No, just simply because I know you're going to hold it over my head forever. That's why.
So then why you feel it okay to ask me?
Because I wouldn't bring up Tobin that you traded him for Joel Embiid. I wouldn't do that.
Wait, who said that?
That's what you thought.
I didn't know. I did not.
Look at
They're gonna
him.
fit.
Oh my! You see what I'm saying? I knew where this was going. And we still got into this argument because I knew what your fraudulent behavior was getting at.
By the way, I don't care that Bam only had 8 points last night because he snatched Joel Embiid's ankles. I mean, did you see that move that he put on him?
Woo! Was a good move, but most of those 8 points came in the fourth quarter. I want you to know that.
Yeah, but those 2 points where he crossed him up,
Woo! Pretty good. It's only 2 points for a long time.
Everybody knows the rules.
Oh, somebody he said he noticed James Jones with his Goldilocks dreads.
I did see that. But everybody knows if you have a Twitter highlight, that's really worth 20 points. That's how it works.
Sure, it's extra points for sure.
That's today's basketball.
Oh my goodness.
That's today's basketball.
Don't make
rules. Yeah. We still wait for you to show the Giannis trade proposal.
Oh, I have it. It's
see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying?
It's in
like
here.
we have these conversations all the time. Mostly me asking you who you're gonna trade.
I'll tell
and
you,
then you try to flip it and put it
I'll
on
be
me.
honest with you. I can't do the Giannis thing because I don't think the Giannis thing happens with Jimmy on the team, and I can't quit Jimmy Butler. I love him. So there's that.
Okay, but that's not big boy talk.
It is big boy talk. I'm
That's
just
not
telling
big
you.
boy talk.
I just told you it's big boy talk. I think I'm done with the Giannis thing.
Let me ask
He's
you a
in
question.
tune with his feelings.
You think if Pat Riley, and I'm not saying this one way or another,
Mhm.
if Pat Riley really liked Giannis,
Mm-hmm.
you think anybody's safe on this team?
Bam would be because of the agent tie.
Okay, but besides that,
They really like Tyler now. I don't know.
but you know what I'm saying? Like, no, if they really like somebody, don't matter.
I can't quit Jimmy Butler.
You know what? Just like there's been a bunch of other players in town you couldn't quit.
Like what?
I couldn't quit Christian Wilkins. Now he's a Raider.
That's tough.
Right? Y'all know, like this. I don't usually fawn over too many players, but I did about him. Not here anymore.
You guys had Steakums together.
Yeah, we had Steakums. Did try to take a box with him.
We're still hungry.
But so like this whole last segment was all about your fraudulence.
I think it was about your fraudulence.
No.
All I asked you was a simple follow-up question. You
wait a minute. A question that you haven't answered for 8 years?
I answered the question.
No, you didn't.
I said I don't want to trade for Joel Embiid.
You never answered the question.
You ate your ice cream in anger like a baby.
What?
Yeah, that's right.
No, it's not tapioca. It's Cold Stone. It's delicious too.
That makes it worse.
It was delicious.
Wait, let me see the cup again.
Ate your ice cream in protest.
Little pints of Cold Stone. Nice.
No, but it was only just a little bit left. Couple spoons. It was Founder's favorite.
Oh, pretty good.
Yeah, it's like Moose Tracks.
Oh, I do love Moose Tracks.
Yeah, got a little bit of everything. Got brownie, chocolates. Ooh.
It's that Julian Hill ice cream flavor.
Rocky Road.
Hey, but still.
What?
By the way, you're a fraud.
I'm not
I
a
just
fraud.
want you to know that.
I'm not a fraud. You're a
You are,
fraud.
dude. Every
You're a
time you
fraud.
bring up a trade and I ask you who you're trading for, we
You were
still
like-
haven't had an answer in 17 years.
This was you. Ooh, trade for Joel Embiid.
No, that's not what
That
I
was
said.
you. That was you.
I said they would trade for Joel Embiid in a heartbeat.
Oh no. When you say they, you mean you.
No, I don't.
Mm-hmm.
So is that what you do when you say they?
No.
It's actually you?
When I say
Yeah,
I say
dude,
I say I want to trade for somebody.
Wait, can
It's
you
not a box. I've admitted for every person I want to trade for.
Can you please stop?
The only person who's had a
Tobin,
firm. No. Can I just say something?
The only thing that should happen right now is the show needs to end quick because you are really just digging yourself. into
I'm not. How can I just ask you something? What if I dug myself a hole?
The whole last segment
What?
about talking about asking me about who would I trade for when you have never answered that question?
I've answered it plenty of times.
No, you haven't.
The only person I haven't answered it for is Giannis. I have the package right here, and I'm not releasing it.
Okay, Shams.
But I am not people. I will tell you who I will trade for
You
Giannis.
are always people.
No, you. Oh my goodness. You.
And by the way, no one's here to hear from you, Post Malone defender.
Oh, is that supposed to
Ridiculous.
be an insult or something?
Collaborator with the Frogboy over there in your dungeon. I don't even believe that you were locked out today. I think you just wanted to be in the studio because it's dark.
Wow.
Wow.
You want to talk about fraudulence?
Okay. Just go ahead. Make things up. That's what the people do.
That's what you guys have done this entire segment.
What are you talking? No, don't try that. That doesn't work. That
like
doesn't work.
throwing people under the bus.
Man.
I know.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna go to bed angry at each other. I don't like this.
No, I am glad. I don't need to see you guys.
Oh, okay.
Bye.
Yes, tomorrow.
Wow.
Sensitive.
It's enough to just drive you bat bleep crazy.
I'm
sorry. I apologize.
What
I apologize.
Are you eating?
What's going on with me lately? I apologize. You get that?
Yeah, I got it.
You know what? Lapande Chan. Let's go to break. Huh? Well, I think a lot of people. I think that's another minute. I can talk.
Shut up, Marcos.
Here's my impression of your mother.
Hope you mother have a good day.